Hey everybody, this is Geneva of Geneva's Closet Talk Show. Please make sure you like and share this video and subscribe to Geneva's Closet if you haven't already done so right here on YouTube. And you can follow me on Facebook at Geneva's Closet. And you can email me at genevascloset22@gmail.com. Now, let's get into the news.
Right side to side, let me see you double time. Left, right side to side, let me see you double time. Left, right side to side, let me see.
Started with this whole civil rights activist thing. So how did you become a civil rights activist? Like, where did that come from?
Being black, having in-laws and relatives that had run in with the police and things like that. I never would have thought that I would become a civil rights activist. But after I seen all the distress, and then I birthed two black men and had run-ins, and my ex-husband, my kid's father, used to have run-ins with the police, that it just like became natural. I didn't really know I was being an activist until I started working with the Urban League. I worked with the NAACP, affiliated with Black Lives Matter. This was later on, but I worked for Urban League in the beginning. But my family members, instead something would go on, they would call me. I would be able to know how to maneuver. It's like when I was growing up, I would watch a lot of law pictures, like all black. Anything that has to do with us that can give me knowledge, I watch it. Anything that has to do with cases or fighting law, I watch it. And I just felt like the more I saw our black men and our black people being shot down, and I birthed two black sons, I mean, it was just like natural instincts, and I continue to do that all this time. So.
All righty. So I guess my first question for you. Now, look, people, I'm just going to be honest. I'm just going to be honest. I have, look, the whole Mary Steve Harvey thing, I have heard this story a million times, 10 million times. So that's why we're going to talk about it today. And if y'all got any questions, you better get them out now, because, we about to be done with this whole conversation over here. Unless Essie is getting paid for it, because I feel like at this point, all the information that Essie have on Steve Harvey, Mary Harvey, and bombshell information that she have, she should be getting paid for it. She shouldn't be talking about nothing else unless she getting paid for it. I don't care if it's being paid in the documentary, on somebody calling her for a show, or she writing a book. I don't care, whatever. But she shouldn't be talking about this no more unless she getting paid for it. So, Miss Berry, I want to know, again, girl, how did you meet Mary? Like, where did this come from, Mary? How did you meet her? When did you talk to her?
I had to go back and really think about first even how she became across my radar to do the reality show. My bodyguard. We were searching for people to be on the show. Already Rerun exes were going to be on the show. Any of Rerun exes were going to be on the show. So then I was like, who is an ex-wife? Because I'm a widow. So it's called Widow Wives and Exes Celebrities. Okay, Widow Wives and Exes Celebrity Wives, whatever. And basically he said, what about Steve's wife? He got an ex-wife. And I really had never did no research on anything that had to do with Steve, because I didn't really, who is this dude for me? I don't care. I like Family Feud, and I got to admit, he a good host, but I don't think he's funny, but he a good host, and his personality do that. That's the only thing that I saw. But then when he said contact Mary, I started contacting Mary, and then that's how I spoke to her, and everything you said prior to what you said before you brought me on was all what I had already spoke about. That's how I met her, not knowing that I was going to be brought in the middle of a whole lot of bullshit.
Okay, so when you told her about the reality show, you wanted her to be on the reality show, what did she say? Was she excited about it? She could be on it? She didn't want to be on it? What'd she say?
She was scared. She was nervous, but she was excited because she had already talked to some of the producers for the show in 2013. But then she said that shit about the gag order. I was like, wait a minute, a gag order? Let me go make sure, because I want to make sure. I went and read, what do a gag order mean? Basically means shut up the hell up and don't tell my business. What concerned me is that it was a black woman being gagged. Now here comes the civil rights activist part of me kicking in, because I'm worried about the show. But damn, you got this woman gagged. So I contacted Steve Harvey's people, his crooked lawyers, and I say, yo, what can we talk about? What can we not? Before I even knew it, his lawyer had attacked me because I asked him about the child abuse. Mary didn't tell me about the child abuse. Mary lawyer Paget sent me documents, and I seen child abuse, and I seen that letter, Geneva, that you read on the mic about the blackmail. I was like, hold up. I am willingly and clear free writing this letter to say Steve Harvey ain't a woman beater and a child abuser. Why would somebody write that? Right then, my whole radar went up, because ain't nobody gonna write that. If you was writing it free of will, you would have never wrote it. So she didn't say nothing. She had like, she went like they had locked her down for telling the truth about her children. So that kind of pissed me off a little bit too. So then I go further talking to Steve's lawyer. She's going to try to attack my character because she said she didn't like how I was as an activist. I told her I didn't like that she's a crooked ass attorney, but you're crooked. And I saw everything that y'all done. That has nothing to do with me. I just want to make sure Mary can do the show. But before that happened, so much controversy came up. Just like I put videos this time, I licked the internet up in 2013. But before I could get it like I got it now, they had blackmailed me, threw Mary in jail, said if I said something, they won't put Mary in jail for 28 years. To tell me as a black woman that you're going to lock another black woman up for talking, I don't give who it is. I think the judge and everybody else need to be investigated. Because why the hell are we shutting black women up? That's the issue. Don't nobody care if it was Mary. I don't give a damn who it is. There's something called First Amendment, freedom of speech. Why are we gagging people? So that right there, as a civil rights activist, I couldn't understand it. I couldn't comprehend it. And I damn sure couldn't comprehend when he gave me a gag, trying to give me a gag order telling me to shut up. I damn sure couldn't comprehend when he gave you a gag order, Geneva, trying to tell you to shut up. So you just shutting black women up and the white judges letting you do it? Yeah, okay. How did that work out for you?
Probably not too good, because you still talking to this day. So he still can't get you to be quiet. So it probably not too well. But whatever. I guess my next question is, because really people, I don't even have a whole lot of questions. We're like free flowing it here, okay? I guess my next question would be, oh, you know what I want to ask you? So where did this $50 million lawsuit come from, the murdering of the soul? I mean, like, where did that come from?
There was a doctor that came. Her name was Denise Ray. Me and Mary was going back and forth, and Mary had saw in 2017 that I was saying, fuck this, I'm coming back, taking my name back. Why is a rich man lying on a woman that you don't even know about? That confused me. Why would you call me a co-conspirator with no proof? But that's why I don't listen to shit that nobody write in the media unless I know it for myself. I don't care what nobody else say, because look how they lied on me for years and people believed it. So what was I to do? So Mary contacted me. She said, Essie, I know you telling the truth. I need to stand here. I'm in California, you know what I'm saying? And this man has done a lot to me. So a doctor contacted me named Denise Ray, and she said Mary has serious issues. This man has damaged Mary for the rest of her life. He pretty much have murdered her soul. And I ain't gonna lie, after looking at Mary, y'all saw in the video a couple weeks ago, that still deadens her to this day. You stripped her of every being of her fiber. You stripped of her home, her voice, her livelihood, her son. What the else did she have? Strip me of that shit and see what you would get. So basically, she was like a walking zombie, not knowing what to say, because Steve Harvey, as a black man, sat up and tried to continue to blackmail her and keep her silent. And anybody who befriended Mary, anybody who came in contact with Mary, Steve was trying to put a gag order against them. I don't know about nobody being a murder of a soul, because I'm not a psychiatrist. This psychiatrist diagnosed Mary for having murder of the soul, because it's like you're living in the presence, but everything else in you is dead.
Okay. Okay, so let me do this. So you met Mary in 2013. This is a little difficult because I'm like clicking mute and unmute to make sure that we're not echoing and stuff in the background. So you met Mary in 2013. When did she go to jail for the first time?
She went to jail the first time when y'all knew about it in 2011. Go back and look at them videos. 2009, Winter got abused. 2011, Mary took this internet by storm. I never saw that. That was the first time that I know of. When I met her and they were trying to blackmail me and Mary, Mary went to jail December the 19th, 2013. She got out January the 19th on Steve Harvey's birthday. And they were doing all kind of little windows, throwing backlashes. So basically, this man, Steve Harvey, the family man, allowed his wife, his child's mother, the boy that's growing up with him, to let the child's mother stay in jail through Christmas and New Year's. So she stayed in jail 30 days, and then at 30 days, I was blackmailed.
Okay, so she went to jail for the first time in 2011. That's when you start seeing her on the internet and stuff. Seeing that some things was going on with her and Steve, whatever. You're not fully paying attention to it, but then because you got your own stuff going on that you're investigating and stuff. Around that time, 2013, this is when you reach out to Mary for the first time about the whole show thing. Then in that same year, she goes to jail in December, stays in there until January of 2014. So when that happened, then I remember you saying that you kind of fell off from the whole thing because you like, man, now she's sitting here in jail. Now, did you say that she had blamed you for that? Because when you met her in 2013, and you heard her story, that's when you started going on the internet, making your videos and stuff. So when she went to jail for that month, is that when you said that she kind of got mad at you and said that you got something to do with this because you was making them videos?
What it was, I had made the videos, period, because I'm an activist. So I'm not gonna sit up here and like know something illegal. I don't care who it is. So we was finna like report Steve, and he had people in Texas that he was paying. So right before Steve went to go see Obama. The day Steve went to see Obama, the day Mary got served those papers, and the next day she had to go to court. And they tried to put this gag on and threw her in jail. But when they put her in jail and she stayed those 30 days, once she got out, she told me that her lawyer, public defender, Gibbs, told her that Steve couldn't mention my name. We couldn't come back in contact with each other. She could never talk to me again. If so, Steve Harvey would get Judge Angela Tucker to put her in jail. That shit need to be investigated by itself. I don't care no more because it ain't got nothing to do with me. But just to know that you can say that a black man can call a judge and say, yo, put this black broad in jail, that's a problem to me. So I really didn't even know nothing about Mary. I didn't know anything until Fred had suggested to go try to find other wives for the show. And then I knew about it in 2013, 2011, when she was on the net. I didn't see none of that. I never knew anything until 2013. And Pat just sent me those papers of child abuse. So until then, I didn't know.
All righty. So my next question to you is, so when she went to jail, you met her in 2013. She went to jail in December of 2013, got out January of 2014. Okay. So after all of that happened, when did you talk to her again? So y'all didn't talk for years after that, or what happened?
Somewhere in between there, Mary wrote me a letter, and I probably can find the letter. And she said, because she was pissed that she was in jail, but mind y'all, regardless of what she was in jail or not, I called those 30 days to make sure that she was okay. For at least a week and a half, Mary was taking anxiety medications. They wouldn't even give it to her. So by that time, Mary wrote me a letter saying that she heard that I got paid $100,000 to keep my mouth shut about the abuse and everything that happened. Steve paid me. Now, if you know anything about me, That would be the farthest thing from my mind. If anything, I would have got the damn money, went and got married, and then we go get a lawyer and go prove what this dude had did. If I had got paid the money, and there would be no way if dude paid me that I knew that Mary was homeless, that I wouldn't help her. What sense would that make? But I was insulted that Mary opened her mouth to even say that at that time, because I had fought for her. I didn't know Mary. Who is she? What the fuck is she about? Why would I fight for a woman that I don't even know? It was about justice. It was a principle. But I probably would have walked away. But then after Mary went to jail, about a week or so later, I see in the article about me being a co-conspirator and an extortionist. Then I called Fox News. And basically, they was basically saying, well, they done told you if you say something, we ain't going to say nothing. You're going to go, Mary's going to go to jail for 28 years. I think they knew that I was not afraid, but I was in fear because I saw what they had already put Mary through. So to put her in jail, blackmail me and say, yo, if you say something, we're going to put her in jail for 28 years. I was in a dilemma because I just saw them put in jail for 30 days illegally and got away with it, and saw judges being paid off. So what was I to do?
When did Mary write that letter? Like what year?
2014.
And when did you see the article saying that Steve was calling you an extortionist?
About a week later. Maybe not even a week.
Prior to that, so now Mary done got out of jail January of 2014. Had you met Mary in person?
No.
So all of this is going on and you still had not met Mary in person. Y'all just talking on the phone and stuff.
Yes.
Okay, so now we have that you met Mary in 2013, and then in the end of December 2013, she go to jail. January of 2014, she gets out of jail. And then in 2014, Mary writes you a letter saying that she felt like that you wasn't having her side and you was whatever as far as the abuse and all of that type of stuff. And then in 2014, you read an article where Steve is saying that you are an extortionist. Up at this point, y'all still haven't met yet. When did y'all talk again? Okay, so now, when did y'all talk again? So now what happened with you and Mary? After this extortionist, you know, after she wrote you the letter, you see that they feel like you're an extortionist. Are y'all still talking or no? Y'all stop talking?
If you remember, Geneva, you had read some letters. I would have to go back and look at those letters when she said I told her off and all that. Some of that was around in that area. So then I'm sitting up here still thinking about the pictures in my mind, what I saw, what Mary has already told me. And then I just sat. And one day I had a meltdown because I was driving and I saw like flashbacks of Winton back. I don't know what happened. I just saw like his back was open like a Hebrew slave. The dude beat him to death straight up. And I accidentally like had not a wreck, but I bent my rim on my tire. At that time, I pulled into this office and I started therapy in 2015 because I had to get focused on what these people had just did. I had never seen anything like this. You hear about shit all the time. I worked on a lot of cases, but to know a rich man, a man who don't know me, a man who ain't even never seen me, talk to me, being in my presence, to accuse me of extortion as a co-conspirator, and the media wrote it when I could have sued every fucking body in sight, and I didn't because I was scared that they were going to go back and get Mary and put her in prison. So I had to think. 2017 went and grown. I didn't say nothing because he was still a minor. 2017, you saw, I took this YouTube by storm and I told everything because I had nothing to lose. As an activist, as a Black woman, when you try to take away something that we have already earned ourselves, I earned my name. I've earned my voice. I've earned my credibility. And nigga, you gonna come try to take it away? So I took it by storm and here we are today.
Okay. So in the article that you read where you said Steve Harvey said that you was an extortionist, did he say what exactly you was trying to extort and what exactly was this co-conspirator thing all about? Did the article mention that?
Did you see it? I still need to know today what I conspired, except knowing that a judge, two of his raggedy lawyers, they turned around and they blackmailed Mary, and they thought nobody would believe Mary. That's where you messed up at, because I'm an activist. If I see something, one lie, one period out of place, the whole lie is a case. So I, to this day, because I proved my own self to be credible, I cleared my own name. I still don't know what the day that he lied and say I conspired. And yeah, check it out. There will be no platform. I can bet anybody on this anything you want. Steve Harvey will never sit on a platform with me, because you know why? He know his whole credibility is already done. It sucked. It's over with. So for someone like me to be confident and not a coward, and not saying Mary was a coward, but she was scared of him, he didn't know how to deal with that. So I don't know what's to conspire.
Well, okay. Well, my whole thing on that is because I'm looking at an article now from Radar Online where it says that Steve Harvey said that you were he said that you were an agent of his ex and Mary Vaughn, and that you were enlisted to tarnish his reputation. So that's what he said. Now, let me just say this. When I met Essie, which we're going to get to the 2017 part of this, get up to the 2017, when I actually met Essie. So after, so we'll get into, for the people who don't know, how I met her and all of that type of stuff. But later on, okay, after listening to her and all of the stuff that's going on, I'm like thinking to myself, okay, now this is keeping it 100. So does this have something to do with money? Because I'm not hearing her. So this is me and her talking on the phone all the time, because I'm not really hearing her say anything about money. So does this have anything to do with money? Like, what are you trying to get? Like, is there anything that you're trying to get? Because I see this $50 million lawsuit that, that they're talking about Mary and the murdering of the soul. Because y'all got to remember, I'm talking to Essie on the phone damn near every day with this whole situation back in 2017, 18, all of that. So I'm like, okay, so like, are you going to get paid out the $50 million? And she was like, I don't care nothing about getting paid. All I want is my name cleared. And I don't want nobody calling me a co-conspirator, an extortionist. I'm like, girl, for all of this drama and stuff that you going through, somebody should be paying you something. She was like, well, look, I don't want to have nothing to do with that, because I don't want anybody saying that I have anything to do with money and that I tried to take money. Look, I'm telling you, if I'm lying, I'm dying and flying and dying and everything else. The lady, every time I asked, like, Essie, you should be getting paid for this, because this is just ridiculous. I mean, like, all the stuff that you do, is you going to get some money out the lawsuit? So are you trying to get some, because at a certain point, I just felt like it was going on for too long. Like, when is this ever going to end with this whole Steve Harvey and Essie thing? Like, Essie, so are you trying to get money out of this situation? I mean, like, do you want a meal or some, $1 million or some, girl, 500,000, something, girl, some, because this is just ridiculous. And she like, no, I just want my name clear, and I want an apology, right? I forgot about that. That kept being the thing, that I want an apology. Like, Essie, he probably is not going to give you an apology, but she kept saying that and then back then in 2017, when I first heard her talking and I first went and started doing my videos, and I think I met her around March, April 2017. And when I went back and checked myself, I don't think I made my first video until like August or September 2017 concerning the whole Steve Harvey thing. And I think one of the first videos that I had, one of the first researches on this whole Steve Harvey and Essie Berry thing that I did, was looking to see what could I find as far as her being trying to extort money. So where's the information at with him saying that you was trying to take money, and then how much was you trying to take? What, did you write a letter to him? Did you email him? Had you emailed his attorneys? And you said that I will stop talking. I will take down my videos. I will not talk to Mary Harvey anymore if you give me this amount of money, like, where is that? Like, because that's what I wanted to see. That's how come I'm just going to say this and then put Essie back on. That's why at a certain point, sitting back watching this whole thing, I was like, okay, this woman ain't lying. Because if she's lying with all of this stuff that she's sitting up here showing, the papers and stuff, you say that she's a co-conspirator with Mary and that she's trying to extort money from you that I still don't see to this day, don't know how much it was that she was trying, like, what is he talking about? I don't even know. He just threw some stuff out there because it sounded good. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know. We're going to just put Mary back on, put Essie back on. Because I don't know what money she was trying to get. Based on my research, I didn't see anything. But yeah, Miss Berry, what do you have to say? What do you got to say about that?
I love the way, Geneva, you go back and you break stuff down and you allow people to know what's been said and certain things, you know, to give a clear understanding. No one can ever show that I ever asked anything tangible of Steve Harvey just to clear my name and tell people that you're a bold-faced ass liar. But he wouldn't do that, because you got to realize if he say, yeah, I said it's a co-conspiracy, but it wasn't true, then you're in a catch-22. But to know that the world see people because of labels and don't want to see the truth, a lot of people would more rather believe a lie than believe the truth. And that's fine. But how did that work out for all these criminals who tried to violate me? Mary told me that I was the first person that she saw that came up against Steve, and all he could do was pay people to make damn videos to try to break me down and scare me. She said, is that what he has resorted to? Is stalking? That's all you got, player. All the stuff you done did to all these women, all the stuff you done violated with Mary's children, her oldest son too. Okay, and what? So basically, if you really think about it, people, and you put your mind, and I am who I am, and y'all know how I am, wouldn't you think a person's gonna try to gag me because I know who their true identity is? I know who you are behind closed doors. I know who you are in front of closed doors. If you want to be on the down low, chill low, high low, low, that ain't got nothing to do with me. But don't blackmail another sister trying to protect your own identity, because that's when you messed up.
That's what I was going to say, because I was going to say something, then I had forgot what I was going to say, so then I just put Essie on. That's what I was going to say. That back in the day, I used to say all the time that at a certain point, I was like, man, this woman is so telling the truth. Like, she's absolutely, because at this point, with all the stuff that she's saying on the internet, all the information that she's showing, he's calling her a co-conspirator and an extortionist. Then sue her for defamation. Sue her because she's defaming you. She's lying on you, your son. None of these things ever happened. Mary, all of it is a lie. Take her to court. Because ain't that what celebrities do? Ain't that what Cardi B doing? Take her to court then for sitting up there lying, and then force her, since she's a liar, an extortionist, you co-conspirator, and force her to have to show the proof. Show the proof, Miss Berry. Since you say all of these things to be so true, show it then. And like I said yesterday in part 1, you know what Miss Berry say? It's not what I say. It's what I can prove. And she be popping them papers. Back in the day, she was popping all type of documents, because that's what caught my attention. So I used to say that all the time, and we're in 2021, still ain't happened. 2021 still ain't happened. So, you know, and probably because, well, one, because he know that she got the proof. And Essie is waiting for you to take her to court. Yes, take me to court so I can prove everything that you said. And I'm like, she wants that. And then another thing is because I don't even think he wants to really mention her name. I don't think he even want to say, I don't think he want to say Essie Berry. He don't want to say the initials. He don't want to say anything close to her name to make somebody be like, what you say, Essie Berry? And go check that out right quick and see, you know, what she really been saying in the media. But now, so let me ask you this. So after all of this stuff transpired, Mary, she done wrote all these letters, everything, all of that, the stuff that happened. Did you talk to her in 2015?
No.
Did you talk to her in 2016? So now we are in 2017. People, remind you, the same year that I popped in. And I told you it was around March or April of 2017 is when I seen her on YouTube. I had seen her on YouTube popping papers and stuff up, and so that means that something must have had transpired before I seen her with her and Mary, that or something happened, the reason why she was popping them papers up on YouTube in the first place, and she hadn't talked to Mary. But matter of fact, let me ask you this. So in 2015 and 16, when you are not talking to Mary, are you still making YouTube videos?
No, because they would go after Mary and put her in jail. So as a civil rights activist, I had to think with me as who I am, because I had never like looked right in front of somebody and watched them set me up clear in the public eyesight. Steve Harvey, Judge Tucker, Ricky Anderson, Bobby Edmond and Ricky Anderson, Bobby's a female, their lawyers, they set me up in broad daylight. That was some shit to me. You set me up in broad daylight because you had a famous name and people believed it. I ain't never seen nothing like that before in my life. So in 2017, it was what it was. I said, okay. And I took the internet by storm. Up until then, I didn't say anything else. And when you guys hear Geneva talking, because I'm going to let her take over for a little bit, my videos where she's saying I put all that paperwork up, after I received the restraining order against Steve Harvey for stalking, he took his ass and had my channel flagged for copyright infringements. That means I'm using your name and your likeness and stuff. But it all worked out for whatever was supposed to happen. It happened. So a lot of the paperwork that I did show was conspiracy against Mary. When I did show the forgery, they had my YouTube channel flagged, so my videos would come down so you wouldn't see the crooked cat he is. But it doesn't even matter anymore, because crooked is what crooked does. You already exposed through the book Geneva read, through Terry Smith, through Corlanda Harris, through Geneva, through me, and so many other people. And it's just a matter of time.
Okay, so in 2017, the beginning of 2017, right before I met you, when you said that you took the internet by storm and you started making the videos, had you talked to Mary yet, or no, you just decided to put this information back out?
Nah, I hadn't talked to Mary at all. Mary reached out to my bodyguard, Fred, and told Fred that she wanted to talk to me, because really at that point, I was really kind of done. If they had breathed on Mary and knew they had put her back in jail, I was going to tell all Steve business and his ass would have been in jail, because the things that they have done and why they gagged Mary is very serious, you guys. It's pretty much breaking crime. It's a crime. That is why they wanted to gag Mary. So I never talked to Mary anymore till 2017, and she reached out to my bodyguard. Up until then, I hadn't heard from her. And never thought I would again.
And what does she want to talk to your bodyguard about?
She saw me on the internet doing them videos, and she said, Essie, I'm ready. She said, I need to tell the truth. I need to let the world know what he did to my children, not Winton, her children. And he continued to try to gag me. He tried to continue to gag Mary. And Mary said then that this doctor saw me online, Denise. She contacted me. Everything went back and forth. They heard everything. And Mary said, I'm going to sue. I'm going to take my life back. And I said, this time I will be your power of attorney, because I saw what they did in 2013. I was not Mary's agent. That's a lie. I didn't sign no papers with Mary to be her agent in 2013. And I'm not an agent. I'm a civil rights activist. So why would I sign to be an agent? An agent is when you're an actor or model or something. I'm not an agent.
Okay. So Mary contacts your ex-husband, Fred Payne, that we're going to be talking to tomorrow, that's going to add to this story. So Mary contacts him, talks to you, say, I'm ready. I seen what you've been on the internet doing. I'm ready to now fight for my stuff. And then she decides with the doctor, because the doctor now done came in, she decides that she wants to sue Steve. So is this where the $50 million suing of the soul came in at?
Well, when you filed a law case, depending on the case, it's a title to it. The title of that they was Murder of the Soul, because the doctor wanted them to see how a man could destroy a woman, and he's right here in physical vision of everybody. He's been in everybody's face for over 20 years, destroying women's lives. Look at the book you just read. So it was $60 million, Murder of the Soul. And when I talked to Mary, she was like, Essie, I know you telling the truth. I'm going to let people know that. But I was scared for Mary because $60 million. When I met Mary and I started researching, I don't give a damn what nobody else said. In 2013, and I probably can find it, I saw an article where Steve Harvey's worth $50 million. So if you worth $50 million and you were supposed to get Mary hers, then she should have had 25, right? Because Texas is a community property state. That didn't happen. And then they gave her house for $2 million, took the house back. Steve was supposed to sell the house and give Mary some of the money. That dude took the house and give her shit. And it's in the court documents. That's why they're trying to gag people. So basically, all this transpired. Mary had dual residency, Texas and California, because she had family out here too. So that's why she decided, and she looked me up, and she was out here, and I said, let's just do this. And when the doctor explained to me that until Mary comes to the conclusion that she hadn't been violated, then it will never go away. How the hell is she going to come to the conclusion that she has not been blackmailed and all these other things? And it happened because it happened to me. And I'm not even this dude's wife. So people got to realize when people say, oh, shut up, Mary just gone away. Oh, shut up, Essie. Let's don't say nothing. I wonder what you would do if it was you. Everyone who's listening to this right now, including you, Geneva, put your Geneva closet in my place and let someone say that you was a co-conspirator and extortionist. Tell me what you would do, Geneva. If you woke up tomorrow morning knowing that you got a good reputation, and you woke up tomorrow morning, Geneva, and you see that you are a co-conspirator and extortionist, please tell me what you would do. I want to hear.
Yes, I would be upset too, especially if I'm a civil rights activist. Everybody feel like they have a certain type of image that they want to maintain, and don't nobody want to be lied on, especially with Steve Harvey coming out saying, I mean, right, because this whole thing back then was pretty big, especially back in 2017 when it was first happening. So I totally get that. You being upset and you feeling like that you wanted to fight for yourself. Now let me say this. The reason why I brought up the murdering of the soul, because there's a reason why I keep on saying the murdering of the soul. So is that the article with the murdering of the soul? The reason why I say that is because if you Google search Essie and Steve Harvey, you're probably going to come across that article and the murdering of the soul. And let me just be honest. I have to be honest. When I first heard that, I was like, the murdering of the soul? Who put that? Like that just sounds a little bit, like I understand what it mean, where it's come from, but I just didn't like that headline, and then all the articles took that and ran with it. Murdering of the soul, ding 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 ding. It just made the whole thing sound crazy, like it was some crazy women, Essie crazy, Mary crazy, and you're in there talking about Steve Harvey tried to murder your soul. So I just didn't even like the whole title part of that anyway. But that's the reason why I keep saying that, is because when you look them up, that lawsuit was the main lawsuit. Mary Harvey suing Steve Harvey for this, and she got somebody representing her, and they're talking about the murdering of the soul, because that's even how TMZ did. And when I went back and looked at all of them articles, I felt like they kind of was playing the situation, like, oh, the murdering of the soul. But anyway, so now let me ask you this. So now y'all are going into court 2017 to do this whole, matter of fact, who came up with that title, Murdering of the Soul? So can you just answer that part, because then I have another question. Who came up with Murdering of the Soul?
Denise Ray, the therapist.
Well, Denise Ray, that was not a good one. I don't like that one. But anyway, so now y'all going into court to do the Murder of the Soul. Is that when you meet Mary for the first time? So had you met her yet in person? But yes, had that transpired?
Okay. So Mary had contacted Fred by this time. And then all of a sudden, the next couple of days later, Mary said, I'm on my way to California. I was like, what? So by the time I knew anything, Mary was already in California with her sister, Nancy. So then Mary didn't want to stay there no more because Mary, she like you blow, Mary ready to go. When the wind blow, Mary would go to where it go, for real. So she came where I was at because I was in a rancho. And at that time, I was just trying to help people that are less fortunate, because y'all know I am a cosmetologist, and I would try to help like cancer patients, making wigs, doing things like that, giving back time for people who can afford to help with their children and things like that as far as their hair is concerned. And she came up there, and basically when she came up there, and I didn't have a lot of money on me at the time. I didn't know Mary was coming. I was just like being in California myself, relocating. But I went and got her a room. I think she stayed there maybe 30 days, maybe 2 weeks. I'm not quite sure. But however long her ass stayed in that room, I paid for it. And made sure she had everything she wanted. Then my friends that you guys saw the interviews where Mary was in all white. Those were my people interviewing Mary. And then we were talking, and Mary continued to talk about Winton. And Fred took Mary to Hollywood, up in Beverly Hills, to go see Winton. And it had been several years before Mary had seen Winton. But because all this stuff was in the media and Steve trying to seem like he a good guy, Mary met Winton at the hotel or wherever Fred took them. He'll probably have to tell you that. Fred got to meet Winton too. He said he was a nice, handsome man. And him and Mary had dinner together on Steve dime, Winton time. Fred waited for Mary in the car. And when they were done, Fred brought her back to her destination. And that was in 2017.
So then what transpired after that? I mean, so what happened with the whole lawsuit thing? Because something happened where, I mean, so what happened with that lawsuit?
They start blackmailing me and Mary again. That's when they sent that letter to you trying to say, Geneva, shut up. Remember, don't say nothing. Then Mary out here in California, they try to subpoena Mary to go back to court. The judge took her in the courtroom telling Mary she's a bad mother. You know, I can lock you up. You know, I can put you in jail. That judge should be put in jail for just doing Mary like that. And then add insults to injuries, Mary was up under therapy. So y'all sit up here in a courtroom with a raggedy ass judge, 2 raggedy attorneys, and this dude sitting up here punking, scaring, threatening a woman in 2017. And if I get my dates right, Geneva, whatever's on your gag order, whatever they tried to send you, around about then is when they tried to get Mary to come to court, and they tried to get me to come to Texas. I don't live in Texas. I ain't never been to College County. They were going to get me down there, y'all, and blackmail me or try to beat the hell out of me like Steve did that transgender woman in Georgia and silence me, and I didn't want to hear it. So basically, they blackmailed Mary. They punked her again. They threatened her. They took her to Texas. She told her, if you don't come to Texas, what we going to do? He continued to try to have that gag order over Mary in 2017. I said, damn, Mary, let's just go to the police, or let's just go to the judge. Judges can be paid off. Lawyers can be. I seen 12 lawyers paid off from Mary's stuff. I done seen Judge Tucker and Judge Dry paid off. That was on Mary's case. Ain't nobody in this case name that I call is willing to debate me, go on a platform with me, take a lie detector test. Hell, if you think you can pass one, we can go get the shit that they used to get a POs back in the day. When you shoot them up, a true serum, I'll take that. I ain't got nothing to lose. But if any shit come out on Steve, Tucker, Ricky, Bobby, Ronnie, all I'm going to jail. All I'm going to jail. Anybody go and investigate what I'm saying about Judge Andrew Tucker, Ricky Anderson, Bobby Edmond, Steve Harvey, and Margie, and you open up that divorce case, you're going to jail. It was severe enough for this man to lie on me, to try to silence me, and didn't know me. It was severe enough to know that Geneva Closett knew me, and they tried to send a gag order to her. Geneva framed it, and I like how she handled that, but I was pissed. So now anybody who knew Essie Berry, Steve Harvey wanted to send them a paper saying, yo, I'm going to gag you because I'm a Steve Harvey. I'm going to lock you down. Dude sent one to Tasha K. Tasha K was scared too. You see what I'm saying? Everybody who came in touch with Essie Berry, they tried to gag. What's that, Geneva?
This is, I feel like I took these glasses off and went blind, went half blind. So this is, so remember people, so now we are in 2017, and Essie is now making the video. She putting her videos out. I see her on YouTube March or April of 2017 talking about Steve Harvey and Mary Harvey. And prior to that, I had heard in the news a little bit about Steve Harvey throwing Mary in jail, and that people were saying she was crazy and just a scorned ex-wife. And I didn't necessarily believe that. I felt like it was something up to that, but I just didn't know. I hadn't investigated. Life went on. So now by the time I see Essie on YouTube, Steve Harvey and Mary Harvey, and sticking the papers and stuff up there, that's when I got a little bit intrigued. So the first thing that I did was I went back on her YouTube channel. I went all the way back to her beginner videos, not this YouTube channel she have now. The one that I met her, I think at that time she had like 18,000 subscribers, and the amount ended up going up. But anyway, so I go all the way back, and I'm like, okay, so she raps. She says she's a civil rights activist. She got this song called No More Disrespect. So I'm like, okay, just kind of getting a feel for her. So then I contact her on her YouTube channel. I leave a comment and say that I would like to interview her or talk to her something. She responds right back. We go back and forth. Eventually we end up talking. I listen to what she say. She's sending me, she shows me the papers, send me whatever. I look at the papers, then I start going to do my own little search in it, because I don't know, because at this point it's the beginning part. I don't know if she's, a little loopy, if she's a fan or something. Now, I heard her say she the widow of Fred Rerun Berry. I heard that. Okay, that was cool and all. Like, oh my God, Fred Rerun Berry, a widow, as I'm talking to her on the phone, and she got some dealings with Steve Harvey. But if she's a little loop-de-loo, like, I don't know that. So I'm trying to do my own investigation into some things that she say. And then that's when I started making my videos later on, because we actually talked for a while. I was supposed to interview Essie. That actually never happened, because I ended up getting more interested into other things. So I'm researching things. I started making videos, I think around August or September, into the whole Steve Harvey thing. First video I think I did was that he was lying about something. Then I did another one about some NAACP and something with that I had found to be interesting during my research. That's back then. Then I end up doing some research, and I found some documents that was just sitting there on the internet, just living this life, that, like I said before, that had Steve Harvey and Mary's whole divorce information, like as far as bank accounts, the cars they owned, the property they owned, just everything. I mean, like their social security numbers and driver's license numbers, just everything was on there. And I called Essie like, girl, let me tell you what I found. And then I sent it to her, and she was like, wow, Geneva, this is the jackpot. Like, I don't even have this information with all of that divorce and all the papers I have. I don't even have this information. So I did a video on that, exposing that information. Lo and behold, next thing you know, in September of 2017, and this is me after I printed it out. And right there, you can't, September 21st, 2017, then over here, Geneva McLean, Geneva's Closet, and then it says Law Offices of Bobby Evans. So that day, I happened to roll up out of bed, and I checked my emails, and this was in my emails. And it says, use of YouTube account and release of documents from sealed file in violation of court order. Now, mind you, I told you I found these documents on the internet. These were sitting on the internet. This wasn't any information that came from some sealed documents. And it says, Dear Miss McLean, the law office of Bobby Edmonds, and if you watch those Steve Harvey videos that I made, because it's practically a series, people, then you know that Bobby Edmonds, you know who she is, and she's Steve Harvey attorney. The law office of Bobby Edmonds represents Mr. Broderick S. Harvey, aka Steve Harvey, in the above matter. This letter serves a notice to you per Judge Angela Tucker's decision in open court. You watch them videos, you know who Angela Tucker is too. In presence of Mary Vaughn and others on September 14, 2017, that by sharing, uploading, and posting any documents from the court order sealed file in videos and over the internet regarding Mary Vaughn Shackelford, aka Mary Vaughn, aka Mary Vaughn, or Broderick S. Harvey, aka Steve Harvey, his wife, Mrs. Marjorie Harvey, or any member of his household, including the adult child, WBH, and we know that that's Winton Broderick Harvey, whether obtained through numerous sources or provided by Essie Berry, aka Essie Payne, aka Essie Berry, aka Essie Nickerson, aka Essie Jackson, aka Essie Alexander, acting individually and as power of attorney for Mary Vaughn Shackelford, aka Mary Harvey, aka Mary Vaughn, or a family member of Mary Vaughn on your YouTube channel is an authorized use, or you are allegedly using your YouTube account for an illegal purpose in violation of the law. The Texas court gag order prohibits discussing and sharing any documents from the case in this litigation. Note this order is also under sealed and should not be posted over the internet. Oh, snap! I had did that. More specifically, you have recently posted or said false. They said I had said something false. Whatever. Misleading, defamatory, harassing, cyberbullying, and malicious things, and posted videos with false and harassing content about Mr. Steve Harvey, the 12-year-old 2005 final divorce, his wife, Miss Marjorie Harvey, and his child/children, and the litigation in direct violation of Texas 199th Judicial District Court gag orders. This case has been sealed for years by the court for legitimate reasons. Oh, I would love to know them. Besides you not really wanting us to know what you did or did not do. Whatever. Let me keep on reading. Mary Vaughn and her prior attorneys have known about the gag order since its inception. She has been divorced since 2005. Boo-boo. It don't say boo-boo, but you know. I have enclosed a copy of the recent court order regarding release of documents in sealed file, which formalizes her, and it must say something else that I don't even know where that part is at. And then, yeah. So I didn't do nothing but print it out and hang it on the wall and then make a video and stuff about it to let everybody know. Because for me, like I said a million times before, this was an award. I said, Geneva, yourself on the back, girl. Your research did this. It done brought them out. Because this was really research, boo-boo. Research. Because to just take the information that Miss Berry gave me or that Miss Berry showed would just be exactly what I just said. Taking the information that she gave me or she showed me and then showing it back to you. What is that? Huh? That ain't no research. I had to go and dig and find stuff. So the stuff that I sat up here and showed, that wasn't no stuff. That wasn't me just regurgitating what Miss Essie Berry said. No, that was me doing my research and finding things on my own to validate the things that Miss Berry said. That's what that was. So by me doing my research to validate the things that Miss Berry and Miss Mary Vaughn, aka Mary Shackelford, aka Mary Harvey had said, awarded me this? That's all I can say is good job, Geneva. So that's what I got to say about that. Miss Berry, is there anything that you would like to say?
Y'all know that's why I love her ass. Geneva is the shit. Y'all hear me? Why y'all think I love this girl? I could have said nothing no better. So now listen. I was patting on the back. 1. 2, the way she handled this. 3, Geneva didn't even have 6,000 subscribers, y'all, when this dude sent her that paperwork. So that tells me that damn, do they think that I told Geneva what I know about the basement? Or do they think that I told Geneva about certain preference and things that he do that you want to gag her? Or do you feel like I told Geneva why y'all truly blackmailed Mary and silenced her and gagged her because of what you did to her children? Not child, children. What's up? So y'all got to think about it. Even when you've been an activist, when something appears before you, make it make sense. Make it make sense that I'm a co-conspirator against Steve Harvey and he has never met me. Make it make sense. Make it make sense that he sent Geneva a paper because she was talking to me. All these other, and Tasha K, any blogger that talked to me on this internet, this dude tried to go after them because of what I know. But what I did do to cover myself, if anybody come at me, I have nothing else to lose. I have everything to gain. And you will know the real deal. Why this man tried to gag Mary for all these years. I say it's not my truth to tell. And I'm going to sit here. But if someone comes for me, I'm going to blow this internet up like lightning. And you ain't going to know what hit you. Believe it or not, phone calls or not, black papers and all. It'll be a wrap. So you can sit and make all the videos you want to. Don't come to Essie Berry. Don't come for Geneva. To me, when I gained that restraining order against Steve, whatever he did with it, it was a wrap. I won. I gained that. But I truly know now for sure that they're not trying to gag us, or they weren't trying to gag Mary, because you'll never damn gag me, because I've been told all your damn business before I get anywhere. Because of violations that Steve did against her kids, and other people. That's why he's really trying to gag us. Now, y'all go ask him. Put him on a platform. Holler at him. Call him. He done tried to gag Geneva. He tried to gag other bloggers. That should be a red flag for anybody. I'm a nobody. Okay, I'm Fred Berry's widow. Dude didn't know that. And did you notice how in those papers, AKA, he wanted the facade of the whole world to believe that Essie Berry was AKA. Before 2013, I was kicking it, helping people, fighting for things, helping women, helping people who have been violated. I wasn't thinking about dude, and really didn't even want to do a show till I found out what went on about my husband. Because see, I'm bold enough to walk up anywhere I want. And if I want to file a lawsuit, hell yeah, I file one. You know why? That's the only way they'll hear a black woman speak, or anybody when you're being violated. You can file 1,000 lawsuits. But they ain't going to investigate if it's a celebrity. You can do it whatever you want to do. If they got the money, it ain't what I say. It's what I can prove. People can be paid off. So I love Geneva for being honest. She did her fucking research. I'm looking at all these people making videos on me, and I'm looking back. You just a bold-faced liar. But I can't attack them because you want to get on the internet and tell a lie. Because if I'm talking and you believe them before you believe me, okay, that has nothing to do with me. But at the end of the day, and I will always state to be true, it is never what I say. It is what I can prove. Oh, you sister.
And yeah, she said that part. And yeah, because y'all know that's Essie. Like, Essie needs to get some shirts saying that at this point. It's not what I say, it's what I can prove. So another thing, so we're going to get back into now what happened with Essie and Mary after 2017. Did Mary stay on board during the whole lawsuit? What happened? Because there's a few things that have transpired since then. There's another lawsuit that Essie Berry did with Steve Harvey. There is a thing that Essie has a warrant out for her arrest that we need to discuss that. But I want to just bring up this other thing that transpired in 2017 too. That was pretty interesting. So I'm going to tell you this. In 2017, out of nowhere, now we all know on the internet, there are people who don't like you. It don't matter what you do. You can come down here and be God, Jesus, the Messiah, whatever you want him to be, the Most High, whatever, and be just as right and righteous as all things right and righteous. And they still gonna find some reason to not like you. So we understand that on the internet, there's gonna be people who don't like you, people who make videos about you. There's gonna be troll people who pop in, get it, got it, good. But out of nowhere, in 2017, just people, just a group of people just became what me and Essie just started calling these troll people that just was coming hard for her. I mean, like hard, making videos, doing serious investigation, trying to figure out where she stay at. Digging up her family stuff and about the abuse that she went through and making videos and stuff about that. Now, like I said, we know about people who, okay, we understand that Steve Harvey got some fans, but this was a little kookity cuckoo. Like, what is this all about? Like, you that upset? Like, I understand why Essie making videos about Steve, because there's some occurrences, like there's some things that have transpired between them, even though they have not personally met and they ain't personally talked on the phone, but because of Mary Harvey, they got some things transpiring. So I understand her thing for making videos, but what the hell you so upset about? So you upset with Essie because she's making videos about Steve, and then you're mad at me too. So then you start making videos about me. You start coming for Geneva, and then trying to talk about showing stuff about my children, which I don't like. It didn't make me no difference. I showed my kids. My kids used to come on here back in 2017, 18 anyway. But let me tell you some people. This went on for not just 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, and they are still making videos. So now, at the very beginning, we found this to be like, nah, this ain't just no regular people being fans of Steve Harvey. This is some hate type of stuff. These people hate you. They hate you too, Geneva, because you're digging up and you're stirring up stuff. So are these some people of Steve Harvey? Now, I'm saying that now. Essie is saying, she like, oh, hell no, this is Steve Harvey. This is them. Now, mind you, I just got into this thing in 2017. Essie been dealing with this stuff since 2013. She done had a celebrity husband since way back, so she kind of done already dibbled and dabbled in this celebrity world and all of this type of stuff, and I'm just looking like, but Steve Harvey, so Steve Harvey on there making videos and stuff like that, like, I don't know, he's a millionaire. Essie like, Geneva, anything is possible these days. I'm telling you, that's Steve, that sound like Marjorie, because Essie, because they going like super hard for her. Okay, so yeah, they done made some stuff about me, okay, whatever. They done put me on some stuff, and me and Essie dancing the Christmas songs and stuff like that, which I thought was funny and very creative. Kudos to you. But they ain't coming for me half nowhere a pinch of near as hard as they coming for Essie. Like I said, making videos every day, all day, trying to dig up all of her stuff. Just pure hate. So Essie is doing, like listening to the videos, and she's, trying to listen to voices, and she's paying attention to the comment sections and who's talking and who's saying what, because it's just like a small little group of them. It's definitely not hundreds of people. It's just a small little group. It could have been like, I don't know, maybe 7, 10 the most, or whatever. Now, while all of this stuff is going on behind the scenes with that, my whole thought process on it was, I felt like that my thoughts was that it probably wasn't Steve Harvey, but some people of his, just because, as the years go on, it's like, come on now, like you think you would have done fell off and stuff by now. There's times that Essie ain't even making videos, and these people are still over there with things to say as far as Essie and monitoring her every time she makes a video. They're monitoring it, and then when she get done making a video, they make one right after she made it, talking about what she just talked about. Why is she still talking about Steve Harvey? Why is she upset about it? Why are you so upset about it? Like, how is that bothering you? Are you friends or family of Steve? Did Steve hire you to do this? So one day, and I don't know if it was like 2018 or 2019, I don't know when it was, but I went and I did a little bit of research on these troll people, and some of them, I'm just keeping it real, as a researcher person, some of their information I couldn't find. I couldn't pull up anything based on what I was given, which was not much, because all we're talking about is YouTube names, and your name can be Umfamfico on YouTube, Umfamfico. So now all I got is a Umfamfico, okay? Now I got to take that and research that and see, can I pull that up any more on YouTube? Have you made any more comments on YouTube? Because you know you can do that. You can put somebody's name in and you can absolutely see all the comments and stuff that they've made on YouTube, on other channels, on other social media channels. And by me doing that and doing some hardcore research, I was able to pull up information on, I think, like 3 of them. And on like 3 of them, I end up, maybe one I found to be interesting because somebody was an attorney or something, like, that's interesting, an attorney, I think around about the same state. Whatever the information was, I end up doing a video on it. The video is still up. I can't remember which one it was. The video is still up. I did a video talking about the trolls, exposing the trolls. Pop pictures up. Because when I do research, I dig. I was finna say something else, but I ain't even finna curse. When I do research, I dig deep. So I went dig deep. I pulled up they kids, their mother, their grandmother, the cousins, the dogs, the children, everybody. But I did not expose their faces, but I put it on here and put a thing on their face. You tell me how come right after that. Now I don't know if my research is correct. I don't know, because all I got is Finko as a name. I don't got no real names, no emails, no nothing like that. But you tell me how come right after I put that video up, next thing I know, I get an email from Finko telling me that she seen my video. Now, how the hell did Finko see my video unless you troll are really Finko? And that ain't even a name. I'm just throwing names out there. So stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. First of all, that was another pat on the back. Because as soon as I got that telling me that, yeah, you need to take the video. No, Geneva did not take anything down. The video is still up there. Stop playing games. Do not play games with this. But 2021, trolls are still there. So when you hear Miss Berry going on and on and on about the trolls and who these trolls, and she's sitting up there posting up emails and she's posting up text messages and voice messages, that's what all of that is about. I mean, like, good grief already, 5 years later. Now, I may look at it one way and say that, okay, well, maybe that's not Steve Harvey. Maybe these are these people. But who am I to tell her? And she done encountered all of these things. And I just popped in the picture in 2017 to tell her that that's not who it is. That, hey, if she want to, hey, if that's Steve and she know, I don't know. Because to this day, I still don't fully know who any of these people are. But what I know is that at this point in 2021, I can care less. So my whole thing as a friend, so I'm just telling you what was going on. Then Essie gonna get back in her story. My whole thing as a friend was to make sure that I was there for her behind the scenes. So all of that, this is Essie Berry, the widow of Fred Rerun Berry. All of that had been went out the window. So I was no longer excited about that. The whole thing with this is Essie Berry, the widow of Fred Rerun Berry, and she knows Mary Harvey, the ex-wife of Steve Harvey. Oh my God, this is so exciting. All of that had been went out the window. I didn't care about that anymore because I had got to know her over the phone. We had never met personally. We only met one time. We've only met in person one time in 2019 when she came to a trip to Chicago to see some of her family, and I drove out to Chicago because I'm from Chicago. I live in Illinois. I'm only like an hour and a half, 2 hours away, and I drove to Chicago to go see her. That was our first time. But being her friend behind the scenes, you know, talking to her on the phone, getting to know her, I was more concerned about her feelings and what she was going through, and I seen that this was a lot for her, you know, and so I was just trying to talk to her. Essie, don't look at the videos. Essie, don't read the comments. Essie, don't do it. Don't do it, girl. Don't do it. So that was basically me behind the scenes. But now we're going to let Miss Berry get back in here. So, Miss Berry, now it's 2017. And so did Mary stay on board with you during this lawsuit? What all happened, girl?
After 2017, and I told y'all they yanked her to Texas and started threatening her. Mary didn't call me. I didn't see her. I didn't hear from her. We haven't talked. And if I did talk to him, I wouldn't say the fuck I talked to her. I would not tell nobody, but we hadn't. I would tell you, Geneva, but we hadn't talked. Mary hadn't talked to here recently when you saw her on the mic. And I think that Mary thought that I was going to release some footage that will destroy Steve's career for the rest of his life. And I didn't.
Yep, you see what this person said. This person said Mrs. Essie Berry would be on YouTube. Steve Harvey goons would be calling her like crazy. I would write down the telephone number. It was so many numbers that was harassing Mrs. Berry. So these are the things that was transpiring back in the day. Oh, but still today. Right, not back in the day. That stuff is still happening now. Okay. So you said that Mary wasn't, you was in it. So what happened with the lawsuit? So was the lawsuit thrown out?
Basically they shut it down because Mary, and she was scared. I'm telling you, when she walked in the courtroom, she was scared because they had already threatened her. So basically it was shut down. Mary went back with her sister in California for a minute, and then I think she went back to Texas. I didn't hear nothing from Mary no more. But then all of a sudden it got extensive things about Steve Harvey. So let me point something out to Geneva when she was talking. If it ain't Steve Harvey, and it wasn't him, and she ain't got but 6,000 subscribers, how the hell did she get a paper from this man's lawyer? So that means when she said they were watching me, who I was with, where I was with, how I was with. There are people got millions of subscribers on YouTube, and they just happened to take a person with just only 6,000 subscribers and send her documents pretty much trying to tell her to shut up. If it's not his people. But watch this. We kind of jumping a little bit, but there was a restraining order against Steve Harvey. When I went to court for the restraining order, it had been on him for 6 months. He went to court and lied and said there's a warrant for my arrest in Texas. Steve Harvey got a judge named Angela Tucker to lie, to put a warrant against me to shut up. I've never been to Collins County. You can't get a warrant against you for a state you ain't been in. I don't even live in that state, okay? So that's one. And then getting Geneva, she ain't got but 6,000 subscribers at that time. And then I'm getting death threats saying if I say his name, there's $1 million bounty. If I'll say right now, I'll get some people who get him and there's $1 million bounty, I would be in jail. I have pictures of that. My Instagram have pictures. And if I release phone calls, these are threats. And I'm going to be honest with you. I got some serious phone calls, but I was cussing this dude out so bad that I don't even want y'all to see that Essie that was then. That is who is before you now. But be no mind that any time where they were trying to destroy me and my credibility, God didn't allow me to break. When Geneva was talking about stalking, and it's still stalkers, but there was at least 10 sites. Margie Harvey was one of the sites. Point blank, period, simple. Point blank, I called her out. Soon as I said, Margie, I know you behind that damn mask because I seen your little bonnet. She took all the physical pictures down and she was Coco Love. But don't let me pull that card because I got a video saying, Essie, you don't have to call me Coco Love. No, you can't call me Margie. You got to call me Coco Love. Don't make me produce that. So if Coco Love was Margie Harvey and she all on these other people pages, they all were affiliated together. They even paid my sister to tell lies on me. They gave her some nice purses and all that, $2,500, whatever. But it happened. So when I sued Steve in March of 2018, I was threatened. I started being stalked. They was putting Geneva babies on the internet. They threatened CT. They threatened Karma Kaboom. They threatened Pam Corner. Let's just keep it 100. Anybody that would speak about Essie Berry, they were putting pig faces on them, dog faces on them, taking their addresses, finding out all their information, their background, their jail records. You got to have money to put that kind of stuff behind people. But not one time did Steve say, who's using my face? That ain't me calling Essie bitches. I can put up 10 videos right now with Steve Harvey face on it as a cartoon character calling me bitches. That's what he did to Mary. Everything that's on them videos, I don't have to ask Mary, was he a woman abuser? He showed me out of his mouth when he did what he did. He showed me when he paid people. Like, listen, y'all, everybody got fans. But these fans are the same certain people, period. These fans have made like explicit talking robots and shit. You got to have money. You got to have things. And let me just go and put this shit out there. So if you don't think I know, on one of the stalker pages who say that they live in the Bay Area, your phone number traced back to your house. The phone number, one of the stalkers that's stalking me lives in an $870,000 house. I can pull it and pull the receipts. Who the hell got an $870,000 house that's going to stalk me in the Bay Area? I'll wait. So I got a millionaire who don't know nothing about me or whoever this person is, because you live in an $870,000 house. So you got capital. You didn't think I traced the number? I'm good at what I do too. I'll just sit and watch you. That's what I do. So you have to be real with yourself. There was nothing about my reputation. There was nothing shysty about me on the internet. And these particular people continue to threaten me. One, this lady just showed that comment, Geneva said, and she said she remembered those phone calls. It was exactly 165 burner phones that I have text message from. And it was over 2,000 messages. 3 different police departments in California. Not one did an investigation. That's how the hell people can be bought. But you know what I realized, y'all? It's okay. You know why? I sat back and thought about it. And I said, damn, these lawyers, he can just pay them off. They can just come in there and lie. They mentioned in court that they were sitting watching me and Geneva videos. One of Steve Harvey's lawyers said, Essie Berry's making videos at 2 o'clock in the morning trying to damage him. I told him, hell yeah, I'm going to make 1,000 more. And now we've been open YouTube court. But more spectacular than that, for every lawsuit that I filed against him, for every document that I wrote, for every investigation that I did in the 2013 up until now, for every document that was not sealed that I gained myself, that I can prove who he is, I just can put, I got enough documents, I don't even have to write a book. I can put it in a book. The text messages, y'all, all the threats in the phone, it's going to be in the book. See, I can have my truth and my justice in my home court because God give you a way to do that. You just got to think outside of the box. I don't have to walk in front of no other crooked ass judge for Steve Harvey for them to disrespect me, for you to violate me because you feel like my black voice or me as a black woman or my black business doesn't matter. So God, when you sit back and you really think about it, I didn't have to, but because of what I went through and the paperwork I have, I'm going to put it all in a book. And it probably come out because y'all, I got like 3 books really from my life story, even Fred life story. And then this stuff that I went through with this man to show who he is. So at 64, he better enjoy his little time that he has because 64, okay, I hope he lives a long life. But the things that he have done to destroy other people's lives, I was the boomerang and that thing that came back and get him. And this chick right here was my sidekick, Geneva, to come in here and set it all into motion. And I love her for it. I've never met a realer person in the world. And I'm going to answer this for you guys. I was sent a question and I saw somebody put in this board. Do I hate Steve Harvey? No, I don't. I don't hate Steve Harvey. I just don't. But I got to be real with myself because I would be lying. If he go to jail, that'd be on him. If something happened, that'd be on him. But if I was walking down the street and somebody asked me this question, if I saw him getting stomped out by some white cops and shit, would I help him? Yes, I would help him. Yeah, I would help him. I mean, because at the end of the day, I mean, he's a black man. And I would help anybody who's getting stomped out. But because people think he's my enemy, he made me his enemy by lying. I'm not angry with him. I'm not angry with anybody. I was angry and I was all over the place. But thank God for people like Geneva, Miss Cheryl, Miss Dorsey, people called me. Even Fred, my bodyguard, my ex-husband, standing for me. And I know all y'all believe me. And I thank you for that. Even when people put stuff on the internet, I be listening to Geneva now. She said, what you gonna go say something for? Just like we talk, everybody else gonna talk. And I be angry. They made pictures about my husband, mocking my husband, and he was dead. What do you think that did to me? But you know what? God is everlasting. And I can tell you that if you focus your mind on positive things and have real sidekicks like this sister and real people around you, God will change for you. You can set your own destination. And I was listening to Geneva talk about how they made those videos. They showed my eyes black. They showed 2x4s like my mama had beat me. Who would be ruthless enough to do something like that? Who would be that angry? And the only reason they knew some of it, because they paid my sister off. Someone asked me last night when me and Geneva was talking, I got one of the questions was my sister Michelle, my older sister, the one that was in those pictures? That was my older sister. That is the one I said got paid off with fried chicken. That is the one that she got videos showing that she got purses, expensive purses and stuff, expensive purses that they gave her. I mean, she showed me, and I got affidavits from her. But that's my sister, and at any time she can call. And when I say y'all, my bloodline sister, I seen her page calling me bitches, sluts, hoes. I hate you. How would you think that would make me feel? I was the youngest, and I was taking care of my older sister. But I have no hate in my heart, because how can I have hate and I say I love God? So I got to get past this, because we're going to die one day, and ain't none of this going to matter to any of us. I got to look past that. So I say right now, whether my sister have the hate that people want her to have for me, that's much love that I have for my sister, because she is a part of me. And if I walk down the street right now today and see somebody doing something to my sister, hell yeah, I'm a step in the way. And be no mind. Y'all can play that game. Y'all can pay my sister. Y'all can feed my sister as much chicken as she want. Michelle, don't keep getting 2-piece. Go and get you the full family size with the biscuits and the syrup. Get you a big jug of that damn tea, Michelle. Go get the big meals if they gonna pay you. Because I'm finna say, and I ain't even gonna be mad at you, Michelle, because I like chicken too. But if they're gonna buy for you all day, just get you big family meals and have it your way. Because at the end of the day, I'm still gonna be walking in God's amazing grace. And was I angry that my sister did that? Hell yeah. Because I'm trying to figure out, how do you sit over with a bunch of strangers that paid you? Y'all can go back on some of the videos. There's a $2,500 check with Steve Harvey's name on it. If it ain't him, why would he do it? He say he did all these other stalkers. If it's not him, why would he do it? So if you're going to get paid to lie on me, I think one of Fred's in-laws got paid Twinkies. If she did, she big enough, she should have got paid Twinkies. If not, go get you 20,000 Twinkies. I'm done. Yes, Geneva.
Okay, so what I want to say is to break it down for people a little bit, so people want to know if it's your first time watching it, you're like, which one is Essie's sister? Essie's sister, so Essie is the one that got the gold on sitting. So you see both of the ladies sitting. Essie is the one with the gold on, and her sister is the one with the all black. So that's Essie's sister, Michelle, her sister that she talked about in part 1, her older sister that went through the abuse with her. So what I want to say about, and then let me throw this other picture up right quickly too. This one, her sister on this one is the lady in the blonde hair. That's Essie's sister. Her older sister Michelle that she was talking about, like I said in part 1, with the abuse. And Essie is the one who has the blue jacket and the cowboy hat. That is hair, because Essie did that. She's a master cosmetologist. So the reason why we're showing this and bringing this up right now is because when we talked about when I talked about the whole troll situation, that's another thing that ended up happening. Essie was getting some interesting calls since 2017, since I met her. People that will call her, because Essie used to put her number out there. Yeah, call me. I'm the civil rights 703-995. And she used to do that, and people would call her. Right, and people would call her. So she would have all different type of people calling, and some of these people were talking about they were FBI people. Ding, 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 ding. So I would just be like, oh my God. So I'm telling you, during this whole time, since 2017, this has been a great learning experience for me, because I thought that I, kind of new people. Over the internet, you find out it's some crazy people in the world. So anyway, a lot of the people that she was meeting, I would say that I didn't trust them, that I thought they were, like Essie don't even trust them, whatever the case may be. But during this whole troll process, some of those people that she used to talk to on the phone, that was her friend, and so, because Essie can be a little feisty and stuff sometimes. She really can be. And when she would do that, next thing you know, they went over to the troll side. And another person who did that was her sister. Her older sister, went over there on the troll side. And this all really basically happened because Essie had made, one day Essie came on the internet, and remember the siblings she was talking about, because Essie said she got some half siblings, some siblings that was taken off to the foster care. She said that she have a sister that's disabled. She mentioned some things about her father. Essie was on the internet years ago. She mentioned some things about her father, a paternity test, her brother. I think her sister did not like that, her putting that information out, and her sister went on that side. Now look, now we are adults talking, okay? So this is from one grown-ass woman to a bunch of grown-ass people, okay? Now, my sister, because I do have a sister, can come 5 years younger than me, so I'm the older sister. My sister can come on the internet. She can be an internet personality, and she can come on and she can say some things that I don't necessarily like. Ain't no way on God's green earth am I about to then go and find the people who don't like my sister on the internet and become friends with them and go against my sister because she said some things on the internet. I'm just going to call my sister, girl, why would you say that? Why you put that information out there? Yeah, don't do that. Like, don't tell that a little bit of information. But yeah, I just want to tell it because well, sister, can you please not tell? Whatever beef we gonna have, you ain't finna know about it. That's just point blank, period. So, right, because we ain't talking about no teenagers. You just heard me say this is from one grown-ass woman, me, to a bunch of grown-ass people, you. Come on now. We ain't talking about no teenagers. This ain't no 16, 19 thing. This ain't even 20-something. This ain't even just for the sake of it because this is grown too. This ain't even 30-something. We talking about people in their 50s, grown people. Why would you do something like that? Like, I just don't understand that. Feel whatever way you want to feel, because I know that y'all watching this video right now because you just can't help it. Please make sure you like and share this video while you're watching. But yeah, like that just doesn't make any sense to me. So yes, Essie's sister that we showed on the, but not only Essie's sister. You think I'm done? For the people who don't know, I'm coming back. I'm not done. Another one is Fred Payne, Essie's fourth husband, because remember she's been married 3 times to her first kid's husband. That she got her 2 sons by. The only children that she have is 2 sons. First husband. Then remember the second husband, back when she was doing her hair shows. If you watch part 1, the one that was a model and whatever, that was kind of feeling himself. 3, Fred Rerun Berry, what's happening? Okay, he passed away. She's a widow. Then she married Fred Payne, that will be here on Genevas Closet tomorrow. We ain't never heard from him before. But even his family, some of his siblings, went over to the troll side. Even Essie called me today talking about Geneva. Do you know that Fred's niece came on your video and made a comment about something that you said or something that was said? And I'm like, girl, I just ding da ding da ding da ding ding. Do we do that? I mean, like, so you gonna beef with your family over the internet? Ding da ding da ding da ding ding. It ain't a better way to handle that? Ding da ding da ding. You couldn't call her, you couldn't email her, text her, nothing. You just had to. And why would you do that? And I don't know. I don't even get it. But anyway, so yeah, her sister was part of the people, and Fred family too. Miss Berry, you have anything you want to say? Girl, I don't even.
I love you. Ding, 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 ding. First of all, the people who were bought to stalk me, ex-family members, ex-in-laws, friends that I thought, these people are calling me bitches. So that tells me the lowest self-esteem that those women have doing that. I cannot justify my sister actions and why she did it, but I know she loved chicken, so I ain't mad at you. Just get more chicken if you're gonna do it. I'm just saying. But my sister, when we were abused, it was hard. and we both went through a lot, okay? We both handled things differently. I became an activist going through my abuse, what made me stronger. And she became whatever she wanted to do. And how she hates me, people ask me if she's jealous. I mean, it appears to be. I wouldn't know why, because I love my sister. But I can't understand why. But because of what we went through, she had been up on a therapy for a long time, so she have other issues. So I fought them some because they plan on her mentality, but she's smart enough to know better. I put my sister in homes. I paid her bills before. When she was walking, I made sure she rode. If she was hungry, I made sure she outfed her. I don't throw up what I do. I give what I have to, because that's just what person I am. I will never continue to hold animosity because someone don't like me. Because at the end of the day, I wasn't here to be liked. I was here to do whatever I was supposed to do. Whatever journey I'm on, I'm supposed to be on that journey. See, God will put people in your path sometime or whatever kind of way to do whatever you need them to do. Just like I found Geneva. Say I went through all this stuff about Steve Harvey and Mary. The best part that came out of it was Geneva. For his in-laws who get down on the bottom of my page, Geneva page, I'm embedded in a soul. I'm embedded in a spirit. I'm embedded in a mind, because they can't understand how this girl is still standing. But when you know God, you can do that. Why didn't I say anything about the little girl? And don't come for me, because you already know what time it is. You're going to come down on the bottom of a video and try to say something, and you got a grown mother, and I done fed you, your mother, and your hair and did things for you. You don't know if you want to be a man or a woman, or are you a stud? So when you come for me, let me know who you are, so then I'll know how to address you. But because you are non-factor and you upset with me because I was with your uncle that y'all couldn't take care of. See, that's what you're mad about. You are mad at me because I'm the woman that you really want to be. But if you would like to take some lessons, I can give them to you, because you ain't ready for a sister like me. Hell, I'm not even ready for a sister like me. So when y'all attack me now with Geneva, with your uncle, with God, with people that pray with me, you are a nothing to me but a mere factor. That's why I didn't address it. But I really didn't know how, because you were mixed up in your sexuality when we were talking, and I didn't know who you wanted to be. So you could be a female, you could be a dude, or you could be a stud. It's like 3 different things you carry. Just let me know which one you want to do when you come for somebody like me. I owe you nothing because you are no bloodline to me. Your uncle is my family. I met Fred as a bodyguard. And no matter what they choose to do now, no, I'm not married to him anymore. And you guys will get to ask him what you want to ask him. But what I can say is that I am loyal to him. What I can say, I can walk off and go with any other man I want to, and I will still be here for Fred, because you know why? He protected me when no one else could. They sit over here throwing darts about their uncle. There was 2 times where Fred almost died in less than the last 4 years. They didn't even know. But you want to carry hate in your heart for your brother because he cares for me. And from what I understand, which I'm not even going to say, I'm going to let Fred tell you who I am. He might tell y'all I'm jacked up. He may tell you anything. I don't know, because I haven't talked to him about the interview. But I can't wait to hear it myself. But no matter what it is or how it has been given to me, I don't owe any of his ex, his in-laws, or anybody anything. But I owe loyalty to him because of how he has protected me. And I will always be loyal. Just like Geneva, you know that. I've given what people don't give to me, but I don't expect anything in return. Because at the end of the day, I can look in the mirror and make myself happy, because I know this is not the ending right here. This is just the beginning. So everything I went through, the people that come against me, and it's really sad to know that my ex-husband, my bodyguard, people hate me because they ain't never did that for me. I bet they can't say much that I've done for them that they done for me. I can do a list. Can they say the same thing? But I'm not here to point it out, because if you were hungry and you needed some Twinkies today, I would bring you some. And it was not to throw darts at anybody, because I have a lot of people that I know are transgender and they are gay, and I accept that. But when you want to say we family and throw uncles and shit, and then you want to get on the internet and tell your business, just let me know who you going to be, a stud, a female, or a dude. Just asking.
That's what I got to say about that. So Miss Berry, do you keep making videos about Steve Harvey because really deep down inside you love Steve Harvey? You want Steve Harvey? Really? Is it really all of these videos since 2017 and you still, since it's 2020 still, is this because deep down inside you really got a thing for Mary Harvey's ex-husband? Come on now, keep it real.
First of all, let me catch myself because I've seen this on the internet before. If I wanted Steve and I came for him, I could have him if that's what I wanted. We done had too many conversations in the early morning. Understand that, believe that, and know that. If he cheated on Mary and cheated on Margie and I know all his goods, why do you not think that I could not have him? But the disrespect that he has displayed to me, I wouldn't have him on any level at any time of day and would be scared to be in his presence, even be his friend. Because why? Because if you cross me, there would be problems that you couldn't even ever imagine. There's nothing about Steve Harvey that turns me on, because it was, I would have got him. Just like when see what y'all don't know about me, I'm not scared to hide or say anything. Have I dealt with a married man? Hell yeah. But I wouldn't deal with that one. His ding-a-ling too dirty. He didn't wash his hands in the book. I ain't got time to be going through nothing like that, nor would I want him. And when I saw what he did to Mary, when I saw what he did to Terry, when I saw what he did to Corlanda Harris, it was a wrap for me. So deep down inside, I'm not calling Steve's name. Let's go over there and look at them videos, or we listen to some of them phone calls, or see how many text messages. Y'all saw that girl say I was getting calls. This dude was calling, singing to me. Who is this? Who can barter for Steve Harvey to try to protect him to make me shut up? So no, there's nothing between me and Steve Harvey. And being real, if I wanted a man, any man I want, don't play no games. I don't care what his race is. I'm bad enough to get him. Y'all can ask Fred that tomorrow for myself. And let me put this on the record. I ain't married to Fred no more. Been with him for almost 12 years or 9 years now. And the point of that is he still want to be around me, and I ain't even sleeping with him. That's how bad I am. Let you know. Next.
Y'all better put some respect on that name. No, y'all better put the respect. But okay, so now my next question, because we're going to try to, my next question to you is, why do you have a warrant out for your arrest? So do you currently have a warrant out for your arrest? So are you, I mean, like, warrant out, how much is it? Is you finna go to jail? What's going on, lady?
First, that means that Steve still want me, right? Because Steve asked Judge Tucker to put the warrant out on me. As long as that warrant is out on me, Steve stay connected to me. So it's more like Steve may want me. I heard Mary said that Steve loved Libras. The only thing was I didn't love Steve. So I didn't take a warrant out on myself. I've never been to Collins County. So I don't know how the warrant exists. It's $1,500. And if I had to, I could address it. But why would I address something that has nothing to do with me? The warrant is for me to come to Texas so they can put a gag on me so I can't tell Steve Harvey what he did down in the basement. Dude, I keep out in the basement. I can go tell what you done. And I'm still keeping my mouth shut. So let's don't play no games. So whatever the warrant is for, it's blackmail. I'm being blackmailed by one of the most famous people in the world, and there's a warrant for my arrest in Texas because Steve Harvey asked a lying black judge named Angela Tucker to put a warrant out for my arrest so I would shut up, so I would tell y'all what I knew about Steve and Mary paperwork. But y'all know what I realized? It wasn't even about the paperwork. It was about the basement and everything else this dude did. And I'm going to leave it right there. So basically, I'm being blackmailed to shut up, to not tell Steve business, because he know if I tell his business, he's not going to have a career anymore. That's why they got married. So basically, Steve Harvey is blackmailing me, and God's going to have victory. I'm not even worried about it anymore. And if I do get arrested, it's because of Steve Harvey. Because if he didn't want nothing to do with me, why you got a judge, got a warrant for my arrest? And I ain't got nothing to do with you. Take the warrant off me. I probably would shut up. That makes me know that Steve Harvey want me. I'm sad to say it, Margie, but I need to let you hear some of them phone calls when I was asking Steve where you was at. And he was like, why you worried about Margie? What you worried about her for? I just want to know why you calling me at 2 o'clock in the morning and where you're stupid at. When people are talking just like I talk, certain verbiage and certain languages, certain words don't change. I don't know one person that's on this internet as a comedian that call women heifers but Steve Harvey. I got that shit all through text messages. And I got phone calls him doing it. Heifer. So really, the man is blackmailing me like he blackmailed every other woman. But this time around, if you whatever he gonna do, he know he gonna catch hell in it.
All righty. I think, because I'm trying to write some things down. So, yes, you probably did hear Essie say something about a goat. And you did hear Essie say something about the basement. That's why I said earlier in this video that Essie, after this whole thing right here, we talking about Steve Harvey right here, I personally don't think she should talk about Steve anymore because she got too much powwow information. Just too much. Just that'll shut the whole thing down. Steve Harvey will be, I mean, he thought he sent some stuff then. He really gonna want to send some stuff after Essie releases information. So I feel like she shouldn't say anything else about Steve unless she getting paid for it. You know what I mean? Whether paid from a book, whether paid from a show, whether paid from a paid. She should just definitely be paid for all the information that she has. So that's what I got to say about that. My next thing to you is because that basement, woo! Let me stop right quick. Because my mind went somewhere else. Let me bring it back. Geneva State, bring it back. Okay. Okay. As far as suing Steve Harvey. So let me ask you this, Miss Berry. Because there's some articles that came out, I think it was like 2019 or something like that, to say that you had sued Steve Harvey. Now, why are you suing Steve? Are you suing him? Now, this is a two-part question, and I know you're going to remember both of these questions. The first question is, why are you suing Steve? Like, are you suing him for money? Like, what is this whole suing Steve thing about, first of all? Like, are you clout chasing? Is that why because you want Steve Harvey name attached to your name? Question one. Second question, still about suing. I received an email the other day where someone sent me a link to a video that mentioned something about you had sued Steve for something about some cancer or a company for cancer or something like that. And when I looked at the title, because I didn't even click on the video, I did one of them arrows like, oh Lord. I didn't even look at the video. But the first thing I thought was Essie ain't never said nothing to me about, now, like I said, she done mentioned a lot of things to me a lot of times. I ain't never heard you say that you sued Steve for something about some cancer or something like that. So can you answer those questions about this whole suing thing?
I sued Steve for emotional, mental trauma, a whole bunch of things, stalking. Then I had to amend the complaint. Y'all can pull the case number up if you want me to give you the case numbers to all of the cases. I'll have them in the book. But if you just want the numbers, I can give them to you. You can pull them yourself. I did that because he's out in the media, in the world, but behind closed doors, he's trying to stalk people like me, Geneva, my sister, CT, and other Black women. And he got enough money to do it. He can go out and do what he chooses to do and still turn around and do what he chooses to do as far as coming after people. So that's why I sued. One was $20 million. Did I get the $20 million? I walked away from the case. It wasn't about the $20 million. It was a principle that I thought his lying ass would tell the truth. And after I heard Geneva read the book, he said you could see his Social Security tapped on his ass, and he gonna say it's not him. So you a natural born liar. So that's with that one. And what was the other question Geneva said about that?
The cancer company, cancer.
Oh, okay. That video. I don't know nothing about that. I know somebody had been making some videos about my husband, Fred Berry, and said something about he had some lawsuit going on, affiliate or whatever. All that shit's a lie. None of that's true. I don't even know where that came from. And the whole time I was married to Fred, I never sued or had any lawsuits pertaining with him or anything like that when me and him was married. And if it had anything to do with Steve, it had to do with stalking. It had to do with collusion. It had to do with conspiracy. It had to do with harassment and things like that. But because I feel like if you can like study a Libra, Libras are emotional and they are connected people. But I am that anyway and very spiritual. I might cuss, but that ain't got nothing to do with y'all. I can ask God for forgiveness. Y'all can't get me to heaven. But to know how I am and then to pursue something and see he was going after my family, then I just walked away because even my sister couldn't stand what they was doing. They was putting cow faces on her. They was talking about how she eat chicken. They was talking about her man. And I see my sister breaking down on the internet. If that's the case, and I see my sister breaking down and I know she's already sick and they're going after my family, I would rather for my sister to go on over there and she want to stalk me and be stupid like that and do what she do, then do it. If that will keep her with a peace of mind for being negative and trying to go at me to make yourself feel good, then do it. Period. So there has never been any lawsuits, anything like that exist that had to do with any cancer, anything, Geneva, that I've ever been in. No.
All righty then. Well, that's basically because I think and I think I probably could have asked you this already, but a lot of people saying, or I've heard, because I'm not going to say a lot because I haven't seen a lot, but I have seen some comments about people saying that you were making videos saying that Steve Harvey was stalking you. Now, whether you're talking about the actual Steve Harvey or the channel Steve Harvey, whatever, that Steve Harvey was stalking you, but then you're making videos, putting those up, making a whole bunch of videos about Steve Harvey. So how are you saying that he's stalking you when you really stalking him? So does that really make sense? Basically, people are saying. So who are you to say whatever? So what do you got to say about those comments?
I hate I'm not a liar. I hate that I'm not. So Mary, here we go. I already knew it was Steve because who's going to come at me? Who's going to put $1 million bounty? Who's going to do all this that they're going to do? It's a lot of other things that I can prove. If it wasn't him, why he ain't said it? If he ain't him and I'm talking shit, why he hadn't addressed it? It's because he know it's him. But to add insults to injuries, to know it's this person and he don't want to do anything about it and don't want to address it, what can I do but sit here and live with it? I can't change it. I can't make no difference. He's already said he was a liar. So I say from him saying I'm stalking him, I never stalked Steve. I didn't take pictures of his damn house to put it on the internet. I didn't show his house blowing up. I didn't say, Steve, there's going to be a bounty. That dude did all that to me. All I said is, why did you lie on a black woman that you didn't know and call me a conspirator and all these other things? But let's keep it 100. And Mary, I'm sorry, but it is what it is. If it's a lie, she told it. And will I subpoena? Hell yeah, I will. My channel was took down. I guess was this year or late part of last year after I got the restraining order. All the documents that I said was on the internet, they were removed because my page was took down because his people flagged my page. You got enough people to flag YouTube. I understand it can go down. Let's keep this shit funky. Let's keep this shit real. We can do it either way you want to do it. When me and Geneva was talking to Mary Harvey, Mary was scared and was happy that my videos were took down. Here we go, Mary. Here we go. Because some of the people that she heard on the mic, she could identify them 100%. Roll call, Margie Harvey. Roll call, Winton Harvey. Roll call, Steve Harvey. Roll call, Tommy the nephew. And so I started releasing videos. Mary got scared because she thought that if I took the videos that they thought were took down, which I had already taped them, and I put them back up, realizing that someone can maybe know it was Winton's voice, that shit pissed me off. And then Tommy the nephew, and you on Oprah's channel, and you over there on them stalker pages, but you trying to help women find love, Tommy, but you stalking me. Mary done known all these people for 16 years, if not more. And she's not the only one that told me That's where y'all slip. These people know their family members. They know you, Steve. They live with you. So that's that was the final straw to me. I wasn't 100% sure, but at least 4 people in married family and somebody who knew this dude personally, they self that Steve rolled with, say, hell yeah, that's for sure Tommy, and that's for sure Steve. It's a wrap.
Well, yeah, basically she done. So yeah, what y'all don't know is during the whole time of the Steve Harvey saga videos, and we will be wrapping this up soon, people. I think we're gonna say this, and then if you all have any questions, we're gonna wrap this up. Prepare for my last and final interview tomorrow with Miss Essie Berry and Miss Fred Payne. But what the hell was I saying? What was I saying? What's the last thing you said, Essie?
It was Winton. Mary confided in us and let us know that she was scared that I was gonna release a video.
Absolute mundo. Yeah, so during that whole time of the Steve Harvey saga videos, when I was making those videos and Mary popped out of the woodwork or whatever, and I'm sitting on the phone listening to Mary and Essie go back and forth all the time that they were going back and forth on the phone during this. So, right, these people. And then Essie is like on the phone, like, so that's Winton. So we just putting it all out. This is Essie done brought it up. So that's Winton voice over there. So that was Winton. And Mary did say, now I'm going to tell you what Mary said. Mary said that as soon as she heard the voice, she knew it was Winton. Then she said she took it, whatever the video, whatever, and she said she had her son Steven listen to the video. And Steven said, yep, Mom, that's Winton. I know my brother's voice. I know. That's what Mary said. So I'm just telling you what Mary said about the troll people, that for all this time I have been saying that maybe it's not Steve Harvey and them people, even though they are very upset about this whole situation. And you feel like in 5 years they would have 4 or 5 years, they would have went somewhere already. But yeah, but Essie was saying that those were Steve Harvey, and then that's what Mary said. Now, I think Mary said, if I'm not sure, I think Mary said that she couldn't, that she wasn't going to say that was Steve Harvey, and I forgot what she said about the Margie, but I know for sure that she said that was Winton. So if she felt like that was Winton, well, then you must feel like that the other people over there may be right now. Because didn't she say something about she had, that's what that was. I think that was that video. Because what it was that Essie had, y'all got to make sure that you go over there and check out Essie Berry channel. Go check out Essie Berry on YouTube. Make sure you go check out Essie Berry on YouTube. Make sure you go check out Essie Berry on YouTube. So Essie had been uploading videos. And Essie uploaded one video with a woman's voice on there. And this woman, she just sounded like she was upset for no reason. See, that's what I'm talking about. Just doing the most. Like, we understand being fans, but girl, why are you so upset with Essie? Now, this is a phone conversation that Essie has recorded. Because I remember the lady saying, well, yeah, if you got, right, because if those are really your friends, and why they really ain't so-and-so, so-and-so. And now I had listened to the video, and even I was wondering after, like, why she's so upset? I think Mary said that she listened to that exact same video, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, that she said that she felt like that was Margie's voice. Now, what did she say about that video, Essie?
Basically, she said that she heard all their voices. She heard Tommy, the nephew, which a lot of our people, a lot of our subscribers, a lot of our fans, I had never really listened to Tommy like that. She said that the clown, she knew that Ricky Anderson, Steve, Margie, and she heard a video where it's a female voice, and she said, I know this chick is not sitting up here talking, and she called and told me it was Margie. I was like, what did you say? Well, what she said was that she know on those videos that she heard those people's voices that I called. She said she can't say that all of them was Steve, but she do know for sure some of them was him. And it was a song that he sung to let her know that he used to sing. With Winton, whatever her son and the niece heard, they knew. So like while they're playing these games, people are still finding out about you. It doesn't matter how many videos y'all get on. People know. And when we get ready, Geneva, I got 10 questions that they want to ask about something about me and you. I do 10 questions right quick. We can go when you're done.
Okay, well, you can go ahead and ask your questions, but I do want to say this, that behind closed doors, during that whole Steve Harvey saga time when Mary did pop out, I'm telling you, like, there was some kind of weird things, just like Mary was getting up. Like, there was a point, I think, where Mary got a little bit upset about them videos where Essie was saying Steve Harvey was singing to her. And I was like, well, is that Steve, or is that just some crazy drunk person over there singing that's a Steve Harvey fan? Yeah, and I think Mary was getting a little bit upset about that. Like, why is he singing to you? So for me, I was like, so do she really feel like that Steve? Well, she must really feel like that Steve if she getting upset that this guy over there is. So look, so my whole purpose of bringing this up is, believe what you will about the whole trolls, who this spooky booty and tough titty and them and all of those names they got and stuff over there. Believe what you will, but I'm just telling you behind the scenes what Mary Harvey, Mary Vaughn, Mary whatever, what she was saying about the whole situation. Shackelford, right? Because I remember one of them last names I gave her, she was like, that is not my last name. I said Shackelford. She had to let me know real quick. No, boo, it's Vaughn right now, boo. It's Vaughn. So yeah. But yeah, so we're gonna let Essie ask whatever questions. I think as far as me, I'm about done. We've been on here for about 2 hours. So what you gotta say, Essie?
Miss Geneva, you go and you research cases and you deal with cases and you find cases and you were explaining that, but there's a lot of people that you do cases on and you how do you say it, you do. How many people besides me, or how you and me connected? Was there anybody else on YouTube that you connected with like you connected with me, even in between your interviews?
Yeah, I've connected with people before. Like, one of the people is I don't know if you all remember the Centoya Brown situation. The Centoya Brown, 14, 15. She shot the shot the man because she said he was trying to rape her or pimp her out or whatever the case may be. And she just got out of jail recently. Well, I think this was before she got out of jail, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, the guy that she's dating, the Jamie Long guy that used to be Pretty Ricky and all of that type of stuff, whatever. So his manager had contacted me because I was doing stories and stuff on YouTube at that time. His former manager contacted me, wanted to do an interview with me to explain stuff. He didn't want to come on for it to just be an audio interview. Well, now that was probably back in 2019, I think that was. Well, that was a connection that was made because he contacted me again in February, the beginning of February. He contacted me just out the clear blue, like, hey, Geneva, I have somebody that I want you to interview. And I'm like, who is this, Tracy? Because that's his name. His name is Tracy. He's a producer and he owns his own management company or whatever the case may be. And he was like, yeah, well, I'm the executive producer of a movie with Master P and Lil Romeo, and I want you to interview Master P. And I was like, oh, snap, for real, you want me to interview? So I just thought that was so cool because that was a small little audio interview. I never met him in person, connection that we made then during that. And he remembered me because we haven't really talked since then, but he remembered me and for whatever reason reached out to me in February, just this February, and I interviewed Master P, Tracy, and the guy who produced the movie and stuff too. So yes, I have made some connections over the internet that I would maybe look at more like business connections. Totally have. Like I said, when I interviewed Raven Simone's father, I interviewed y'all know Raven Simone, That's So Raven, and I think she was on The View and stuff. Well, I interviewed her father back in 2016, Christopher Pierman, one of my best hand down interviews that I have ever done. Yeah, I've contacted him since then, and I just recently contacted him again because I was like that I wanted him to come back in Geneva's Closet, and he was like, yeah, G, let's do it. So yes, but probably no one on the level of me and Essie. Like, we're talking on the phone every day and all of this type of stuff. So no one on that level, but yes, I've totally made connections before.
Hey, the questions that I'm asking you guys were questions that was in the box about Geneva. So I'm gonna do her tonight. Okay, so she answered that one about that. And Geneva, if you were going shopping right now, y'all have some questions. Y'all can just ask her. If you were going shopping right now, give me 3 things off the top that you would buy. Like, it ain't gotta be what would you shop for if you had 3 things to shop for?
I forgot about the volume. I would probably shop for maybe something like some crystal-y type of jewelry because that's the type of things that I'm in. Like this is multivite, and then this is opal with citrus on there. I'm sitting here talking to y'all with all of my crystals and stuff right here. I love crystals for energy. My daughter just bought me this amethyst probably about a week or something ago with this ring that I can't even remember the name of it. So probably some jewelry, crystal-y type of jewelry or something like that for moods. I would probably go buy me another waterproof MP3 player, you know, because I love to swim. And probably some sandals or something, you know, maybe something like that. Maybe a swimming suit or something like that.
They ask for more, but give me 3 foods that you eat that you would just eat off the top of your head. If you just could buy 3 things that you would eat that like that's your food, that's your grub. And I don't know why y'all sent it to me because I my thing is different, Geneva. But go, Geneva.
Probably. Now I don't know if this is foods or junk food, but hands down, I love cheesecake. Cheesecake with some strawberry on that. You give me some cheesecake, it's a done dollar. Oh, you know what I want right now? I just said this yesterday because it only comes out here in Illinois in October, November. Some pecan nuts that I can use my nutcracker. Because my mother, when I was a little kid, my mother would go to the store and she would buy pecan nuts in the shell, and she would buy them all and put it in a bowl and sit it on the table with the nutcracker. And as a little kid, I would go up and take the nutcracker and just be sitting there with my bowl cracking nuts, eating the nuts. I absolutely love peanuts. So I wish they had those out now because I would buy them year round. You just be seeing me with my nutcracker cracking peanuts and eating them. And what else? I don't know, but I just started liking that chai tea drink. Y'all talking about foods, but foods is like whatever. Chai tea drink, you know, like I love that drink from Starbucks, so that's probably another one.
Now, did I miss this? Okay, you said the crystals, but was it 2 other things? What were the other 2 things that you would buy? Like what other 2? Because crystals, that jewelry, that's all like together, right? So give me 2 more things so I can make sure because they asked. Because I said my.
Let me just do mine. Okay, I think I said the waterproof MP3 player because I want another waterproof MP3 player. And I probably said some sandals, but I probably wouldn't buy sandals because I actually got enough shoes and clothes. I probably would say a swimming suit, but to be perfectly honest with you, I don't need another swimming suit because I just spent like $200 maybe about a month ago buying a whole bunch of swimming stuff. So I don't know because I really don't like to go. This is the truth. I don't really like to go shopping, especially if it's shopping in the stores. You can just leave me up out of there. I'm more of an internet shopper now. Thank God won't he do it for internet shopping. And when I am shopping on the internet, what am I shopping for? Probably something for swimming, some crystal-y type of stuff. That's basically it.
Okay. What was the other one? Okay. Geneva, which I may have answered this, but let me just thoroughly because they asked this question. You say that you are a researcher and you do research, right? And you have a good judge. That's how you find out things. But is there other things that you look at? Like when you did my case, did you look at something else? How did you know to trust me? Did you know to trust me? You know, was that an instinct or was it just all research that made you trust me? Or was it instinct and research together? Okay.
It was a combination of the 2 people. A lot of things went into when I first met Essie because like I said, I didn't know if she was a crazy fan type of person. She was a Steve Harvey stalker. I didn't know. My first impression of her, seeing her was, you know, it was kind of like a rant, you know, like she was ranting. Essie talks fast. I've mentioned this before. A lot of the times when she talked, my opinion is I don't get a lot of commas and periods. It's not a lot of pauses and stuff like that. So it can become, y'all remember in English class, like run-on sentences. They just keep going and going and going and going. And then you trying to, you know, pull what you can pull up out of there because it's just going so fast. So, you know, like I didn't know what was going on with her at the beginning. So yes, I went and I did my little research and stuff, but that's not everything. You know, like I have to feel it from here. So a lot of the things that I would do was talk to her on the phone. And I'm huge of this on the phone. Oh, wow. Really? Oh, okay. Wow. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Like I do that a lot. Now, that's just to let people know that I'm listening to them. Now, do I necessarily believe you? No, I don't necessarily believe you, but I'm just letting you know that I hear everything that you're saying on the phone. Uh-huh. Oh, okay. Wow. Oh, really? So, yeah, I do that a whole lot. So, while she was talking, I was listening to everything that she said, every little detail, like I mentioned yesterday. So, if she said that she's seen 5 people, because Essie has a tendency of repeating things, and I don't know if she noticed she be doing that, but she totally repeats things over and over and over again. So a lot of things she done repeated so many times, and I remembered what she said. So when she would repeat it again, tell the story again, forgetting that she done told me already, I'd be like, okay, so she said the exact same thing she said the last time. And some of these things were like, she had to have been telling the truth. Because how do you remember all of this stuff? And then, right, and I'm talking about people. Stuff that she done said in 2017, it's 2019. She's still saying the exact same thing, the exact same names, the exact, like she remembers it. And if there was a time that she didn't remember something, she would say it like how she said it right now. Well, I think it was this. I'm not sure. So she would let you know if she's not sure. So I just sat back. So we're talking about all of 2017. I met her March, April, all of 2017. I'm listening to her repeat story. Never once did I tell her, you told me that already. No, I didn't tell her that. Let her retell it again. Because I just want to make sure is anything going to change. So when she said it again in 2018, and I didn't tell her, you already told me. Let her repeat it again. Because now a few more years done went by. So is she going to change it? So, I mean, come on now. Now, I'm a good judgment of character. Now, I'm being honest about myself. Now, I know this to be true about myself, and can't nobody tell me anything different. It's whether I feel your spirit, I'm paying attention to details, I'm really listening to whatever the case may be, I am a good judgment of a person. So with Essie, all that feistiness, all of them run-on sentences, all of them not putting commas and periods, I was able to pull out of there what I was, stop her sometimes, slow her down to really get the information, be like, oh, okay, so that's what she's saying, to get a better understanding. And I knew that she wasn't lying. So to this day, I kid you not, just as sure as my name is Geneva Catherine McLean, Essie ain't lied. I ain't heard her lie about anything. Everything that she said, she either done repeated it, showed me some type of proof of it, repeated it, showed some type of proof, or repeated or showed some type of proof. So that's basically all I got to say about that. So what you got to say, Miss Berry?
Hey, so first, that was good. So they had asked me what are the shit that annoyed Geneva about me, but shit, she just, but I asked the question, so Geneva, what are the things besides me running off with my periods, repeating myself 1,000 times? But as she said, I was like, well, damn, what else annoys you about me, Geneva? Go ahead.
She said, what else is it after all of that? You know, one thing, look, y'all asked me and Essie done, like whatever I'm telling y'all, I'm probably not already telling. One thing that really drove me crazy was, oh my God, the whole troll thing. What are y'all talking about? Stop playing games. That whole troll thing was driving me crazy. That's why we're going to talk to Fred tomorrow, because I know for sure that if it was driving me crazy and all I was doing was talking on the phone to her, Fred lived in the house with her. So what in the hell was he sitting up there going through? And and then my whole thing is because everybody handles things differently. That's just period, point blank. So just because somebody might say something about me on the internet and I tend to I'm not finna say nothing back to you. I'm not finna give you the time of day. That's me. But Essie handles things over here. Essie handles things, differently. And, she was kind of looking at stuff and she was being bothered by stuff. And she was always Steve Harvey and Steve and Mary and the trolls and stuff. So, right. So that was a lot. To try to talk to her with Essie, calm down, it's going to be okay and all of that type of stuff. But Let me just say this about me and Essie's relationship, that there has been times, and I am totally open to it, because for the people that know me, y'all know that I am huge on agreeing to disagree. We are all grown. They say that there is 7 to 8 billion people on this earth. I do not expect everyone to agree with me, because I sure in the hell don't agree with all of y'all or everyone else in the world, just period. So at this point, we got to be mature enough to agree to disagree on some situations, or be able to be pulled up on some things. Hey, I'm okay with learning stuff. I'm only 43 years old. I am excited about learning new things every day. So there has totally been times that Essie has told me things like, Geneva, you need to whatever, or you need to, like she pulled me up on some stuff. Now, I could have took that information and been like, who is she to tell me? Lady, you can't tell me nothing. Or felt some sort of way about it. Never ever have I ever in these years that I've been knowing her felt that way about it. If she told me something, I listened to it. And, a lot of times she was right. I was like, yeah, she got a point there. She do got a point. And if she said something that I disagree with, I just told her that I disagree with it. Just respectfully. I don't have to call out her name. Bitch, you ain't, like we ain't got to talk to each other like that. Like we're grown. And then that's the same thing vice versa. Like me having conversations with Essie about the trolls or the Steve Harvey thing or whatever the case may be. Some of the things that I said, she didn't agree with. And she let me know that she didn't agree with it. Respectfully. It wasn't, bitch, I don't agree with what you're saying, bitch, don't get, like what? Like there's no need for that. And then there were certain things that I said that she totally was like, okay, you know what, you got a point there. And so, so even the question on what things did she do, there are a lot of people that do things that may make you, that you may not like, but I love Miss Essie. I'm overprotective of her. I really don't like people picking on her and stuff. Just like, leave her alone. She feisty. She'll curse you out in a heartbeat. She's very bold and outspoken. She'll snap on you. You make her mad. All of that. She will. Yes. She's a spitfire all day long. But deep down, she has a huge heart, like I've said before. But a lot of people are like that. A lot of them outspoken, very bold people, they got huge hearts. And once you get them to calm down, you'll see that they'll do anything for you. They will give you their last. And that's really how this woman is. So that's just my opinion and what I got to say. So go ahead, lady.
Okay. What was the other question? Oh, a lot of time I'm saying the way, but I did my questions, but came from there, coming from what they have said. I'm doing the question, just saying it in my way. So Geneva, you done had friends before. You said no one like me. One question is, on this whole YouTube journey on YouTube, have you ever connected with any bloggers at any time on this internet? And if you have not, why? And if you have, why?
Okay, my answer to Sage the World is my sign is an Aries. My birthday is March 22nd. Oh, I just love my favorite numbers too, actually. But anyway, so have I made any connections with any other bloggers or anything on YouTube? To be perfectly honest with you, I have not. And I actually think that that's sad. I think that that's a little bit sad that I have not, because I think that there are so many talented bloggers, YouTubers, content creators, investigative reporters, whatever they talk show hosts, whatever they want to call themselves on YouTube that I have seen, both Caucasian and black and Caucasian. It's a lot of them, and just talented and stuff. And sometimes I sit back and let me tell you something, people. All of this big YouTuber, smaller YouTuber, I see myself as being a smaller YouTuber, because let's just keep it real. There's some people on YouTube with millions of subscribers, hundreds of thousands of subscribers. So I'm not sitting up here getting no big headed on no 70-some thousand subscribers. Won't he do it? He will not. He'll be snatched away in a minute. So no, I don't even know. But I have seen some YouTubers who have numbers less than mine, about 3,000. And I clicked on their videos and watched the edit of it, and I was like, snap, they edit them videos good. And I actually wanted to reach out to them. There are a lot of YouTubers, I'm going to be honest, in the what they say on YouTube is the beef sector, that I thought was very talented with editing their videos, very talented with just creativity, period. There are a lot of YouTubers that I see, that I look at, that I be interested in, but there's a part of me that I don't know. I just be like, because I can't just deal with no messiness. So that's just a situation with me. I don't want to bring any messiness to Geneva's Closet. I don't want to deal with it, because this is how I look at YouTube. I look at YouTube as a job. This is my office, and just like any regular job, you have your real office on the outside of YouTube, or you work at a factory, or you work in a restaurant, wherever it is. When you go to work, you don't want no drama. You don't want to walk into work, walk into office, walk into the factory, and then you feel people are talking about you. It's always something. It's just this bad vibe and stuff going on. You want to go to work and be able to do your job. Hey, how you doing to the people? And keep it moving. And that's how I try to handle Geneva's Closet. I come on here, smile, hey, how y'all doing? This is my job. I do my thing. I upload my videos. When I'm done, I click that button, and then I'm off and I'm doing my own thing. No drama. And then I don't want to bring any drama to y'all. I don't want y'all to have to sit here, be on the live thing, and then have to deal with all of these trolls and just stupid stuff going on. So that's just how I handle YouTube. And so when it comes to other bloggers, I'm not always sure, because maybe I'm just extra cautious, and I just don't want to bring drama. It's very, about the drama.
I like what she said in that. Okay, I got one more, and I'm doing on me, because somebody asked me about Fred, who you bringing on tomorrow, and how I met him. I guess I'll tell y'all a little bit of that, but I need to ask this other question for Geneva. Age difference, Geneva. So you are, please tell them when I ask you this question, how old are you? I am 51. Have you ever had, you said nobody like me, but I'm older. Have you ever been able to be friends with someone on the older woman level and kick it with them, and we be kicking and having fun, or even on a younger level? So you already said you didn't, but even with the age thing, have you been able to do that with another older woman? Because sometimes people feel like women, we different ages, we can't get along because you're younger, I'm older. We just broke the cycle on that.
Well, I'm 43 years old, 43, birthday in March. I'll be 44. I'm 43 years old. And to be honest with you, I have never really in my life had a whole lot of female friends. I have mostly only had male friends. I will repeat, in my life, I have not really had a whole lot of female friends. I've only mostly had male friends. And when I say male friends, I mean good male friends. Like, these are my male friends that I will go and talk to about relationships and, just whatever the case may be. These were the ones that I would call hang out with. We kicking it. I'm probably like the only girl there kicking it with the fellas. So yeah, that's probably really been my thing. I haven't always had a lot of girlfriends. And if I did, it was probably just one female friend that I hung around. And to be honest with you, in 2021, that one female friend that I hung around, that was definitely over a decade ago. Anybody since then were associates. We only got together when we were going out to the club or something. Other than that, we never really called each other on the phone. Hey girl, what you doing? They didn't come over to my house. I didn't go over to their house. We didn't get together for lunch, brunch, or dinner, or something like that. We only called each other on Women Wednesdays or Drinking Thursdays. Or, girl, you going out tonight? Yeah, I'm going out. And then that was it. So yeah, I never really made that woman connection. Now I know the reason for that, but no, not really. Anyway, go ahead. I'm done.
What was her age? Older or younger?
She was younger than me. What I've noticed recently is I tend to draw a lot of older people in. I noticed that. I be trying to, is there anybody about 43, 44, my age? Right, everybody do tend to be a little bit older. So you done said, a few people say that I have an older spirit. I guess it's the way that I carry myself. The reason why I would kind of bring in more mature, how about I say that? More mature women, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, basically.
Okay, and with that, I thank you. Those are questions that were sent. Let me make sure because I had a lot more today, but we'll come back again. But those are things that was good too that I wanted to know. As far as Fred, Geneva's gonna do tomorrow. I was married to him. We are divorced. I divorced back in October 2019, basically on my birthday. We are still friends to this day. He's a very good guy. I say he's my family. When I first met Fred, I met him as a bodyguard. Not even as a bodyguard, just as a person. I was standing outside and I was like, Lord, give me a sign. Give me someone to trust because I don't trust easily. It's hard for me to trust, period. And I was praying, asking God to give me a sign. Next thing I know, I was talking on the phone because this other guy was trying to get at me. And Fred walked up and he said, are you okay? And I was like, okay, God, okay. Because I didn't like short men to a degree. I was like, Lord, don't give me somebody that I feel like I want to dot in the eyes because it seemed like short men sometimes have complexes. I'm sure hell I do. And then I was looking at him and I was like, all right, Big Daddy. And the next thing I know, we started going into a conversation and it was history from there. You know, I'm going to let him go into the rest of the details because I could have got on his nerve. I don't know. So I'm sure him and Geneva is going to have a fantastic conversation tomorrow about me. I'm going to be on the outside looking in. I may join you tomorrow, but y'all, I'm going to be sitting back listening to this conversation because I need to know what's going to be said too. I'm going to be like this. So at that time, that's how I met him as a bodyguard. And still to this day, we are friends. He is my bodyguard. I trust him with my life, period. And I feel like he trusts me with his, I guess. He may not, though. But y'all will find out all that tomorrow. God bless you guys. Thank everybody. And I seen all y'all comments, and we'll get around to them. Thank you for commenting about our twist. Love my hair. Thank you. It's new. Geneva was my inspiration for this, y'all. I can't even believe I'm doing it. See, she's a trendsetter. The girl is a trendsetter. I like it. I like it. I really, really like it. I'm for it. I'm sure it. Go ahead.
Hey, absolutely. Yeah, right. Because remember yesterday in part one of the video, I said, right, because Essie came on here with her, Essie came on with her locks, and I sat up there and had that weed ponytail, whatever thing. I said, tomorrow I'm going to put my own natural hair, but we going to be all natural up on here. So, yeah, we're just keeping it all natural today. And don't forget to go check out Girl Gift Tees. Girl Gift Tees. This is another shirt. Like and share, like and share, like and share this video. We definitely went over the time because I said I was hoping that we was only on here for 2 hours. It's been like damn near 2.5 hours. Make sure you come back tomorrow, part 3, final. This whole interview thing, this saga series thing with Miss Essie Berry. We're going to talk to her fourth and final husband, her bodyguard, ex-husband. They divorced in 2019. He was around for the whole Mary thing. You heard what she had to say, that he also met Winston, shook his hand, seen all that, was there for the trolls. Y'all even remember earlier in the video, his niece popped on right quick and said, tell my uncle I said hi. No, boo, you tell him. How about that? Or come on tomorrow and I done blocked you. So whatever, girl, that's your uncle. Call him. Ring a ding him. But anyway, make sure y'all be back tomorrow. Same bad time, same bad channel. We thank all of y'all. Essie, Queen, Taylor, Christina, talking about is you gonna sing again. I don't even. She said, come on, girl. You gonna sing something.
Okay. I may not do good. So like if I was coming at a guy, let me see a song sing. Let me run this by you just one more time. You on my mind every day and every night. My every thought is you and the things you do. I'm done.
Wait, now how she gonna just stop it before she gets to, ooh, and I like it. Hey. You be shields of my spirit. Oh, come on, girl. Speaking of that, do y'all, look, we about to get off of here, but do y'all know the DeBarges? Ooh, and I like it. Now, y'all know El DeBarge and all that. Remember Bobby DeBarge, the one that had passed away from the drug problem, the brother in the center? Y'all remember Unsung and stuff like that. Well, do you know that Essie knows them? Essie knows Bobby DeBarge's wife that they had did the Lifetime or whatever movie they did. She knows her Terry girl and guys, and she knows the son, Bobby DeBarge Jr. Cause I was on the phone with her. I'm just telling you, she called me one day. I'm minding my own business. Next thing you know, she like, Geneva, it's DeBarge. I'm like, I'm on the phone with a DeBarge. Won't he do it? Even though it's the next generation, but still, it's in the genes, people. It's in the genes. Y'all better put some respect on my girl name. She know people. But anyway, people, we're about to go. Okay, we're about to leave. But we really enjoyed talking to you all. We'll see you tomorrow again. And like I always do, please make sure you like and share this video and subscribe to Geneva's Closet if you haven't already done so right here on YouTube. And you can follow me on Facebook at Geneva's Closet. And you can email me at genevascloset22@gmail.com. I really enjoyed talking to you all. If you would like to advertise your business in Geneva's Closet, you can email me again at genevascloset22@gmail.com. You all have a fabulous evening, and we will talk to you later, people. Well, I guess not.
One other thing. Yes, I'm still cool with Mary. Geneva's still cool with Mary. Ain't no problem. I could never fall out with Mary. If Mary ever needs me, I'm going to be there. I'm an activist. That's what I do. Can't nobody come for Mary unless they come for me too. It's a wrap. This whole thing is over with. We just want to answer questions that we didn't answer before. So at this time, everything's good. I will always love Mary. She'll be a special part of my heart. I love you guys. See y'all tomorrow. Goodbye.
Sit down at a restaurant and you tip. Then you go get some coffee, but you got to tip again. Then, God forbid, you order some food because you got to tip again. This whole tipping thing has gotten completely out of hand. What's even more crazy about it is that we're not doing anything to stop it. We're helping these billion-dollar businesses get richer. That's why I wrote the book, Why the Fuck Are We Tipping? Make sure you go check out my book coming out March 20th called Why the Fuck Are We Tipping? Something needs to stop. I would like to know how you all feel about this situation, and while you are letting me know, could you please like and share this video and subscribe to Geneva's Closet if you haven't already done so right here on YouTube. And you can follow me on Facebook at Geneva's Closet, and you can email me at genevascloset22@gmail.com. You all have a fabulous day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.